Just give me the light. Just give me the light. Just give me the light. Yo, yo. Protector. Every man around them want on your inspector. But you know let them threaten, I grill you with no lecture. The riders them beside of them. And them say them tired of the liars. Them fires and connivers. And when they forget beside of them, they kind of them. Especially.
Hey Chanel, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, so now we back here. So now we taking a deep dive. This is like another round. We're gonna be talking about the Carmelo Anthony case. So we already got the verdict, but now we as the people, we have some more information that we want to deep dive into you, and we are coming here to be non-biased, and we're coming here to look at it from an objective standpoint. And I believe Chanel, you have a video, or you told me about.
Yeah, let me add it. Hold on a second.
So basically, Chanel was telling me that there's an organization called We the People, and so We the People. Go ahead. You want to talk about it?
Now, I don't know about the We the People part. I know that there's something called the Freedom of Information Act. And with the Freedom of Information Act, that basically it allows citizens of the United States to say, hey, we want to know X that went on in this location, in this part of the government, or whatever. It's basically freedom that we should have as the public to access certain things. So there were two individuals who basically requested the full or either portions of the actual video that shows what actually happened to, with the Karmelo Anthony case, that my understanding is was not shown either to the jury, or only portions of it was shown to the jury. And I'm not sure exactly why. I don't know if the judge saw it and was like, this is going to bias the jury against, the victim or the victim's family, friends, whomever, and he was racist or biased or whatever. And that's why he didn't allow it into court. Or there was some other legal reason he could keep it out, but I can't understand why he would keep it out, especially when someone's on trial for their life, especially someone who's 17 years old.
Yes.
So, but anyway, I have the video. There's a guy, I really like him. His name is Trent Out Loud, so shout out to him. We might want to put the fair use up there, creative. Hey, McKinnon, Marketing, and Sunflower. Hello, good people. But he played this. I was watching this video this way in between patients, and I just thought, oh, okay, so there's more, which is what I think most of us kind of thought. There's more to this. And but I feel like been kind of pushed out by a lot of people, where it's like, no, you know what you're talking about, blah, 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 blah. You just mad because a black man went to jail and somebody died, and y'all should be. When we're people, we can have, compassion and objectivity. But in my opinion, if something doesn't add up, there's a lie somewhere. So to me, this kind of, that if this information is actually true. So let's just take a listen to what Trent Out Loud had.
Okay.
Why won't you play?
Citizens has filled out the Freedom of Information Act, and they were able to see the surveillance.
Let me go all the way back.
2 American citizens has filled out the Freedom of Information Act, and they were able to see the surveillance video of Karmelo Anthony and Austin Metcalf's incident.
This is the video that was banned from the jury to see, struck in by the judge. And this man and this woman says proves Karmelo Anthony's claim of self-defense. Also, was Karmelo Anthony's defense a hired attorney or was he a public defender? A lot of people want to know what happened to that $600,000 GoFundMe. We have the answer to that question. A Texas attorney has filled an application out to see all exhibits denied and approved in the trial. And he is questioning why there was no expert witnesses called, why there were no jury consultants. And he has a ton of other questions for Karmelo Anthony's defense team. These are all questions that I've been asking for the past few days, and I'm glad somebody is going to help me find the answers. And while everybody is talking about Karmelo Anthony's chances in appeal court, we are going to discuss the 9 Republican judges that sit. To you, the out louders, let me know what you think in the comments. Where is that? We finally have the answers. Karmelo Anthony's legal team was a hired defense attorney. He was not legal aid. He was not a public defender. Shout out to Nick at Night, a fellow YouTuber, somebody who I met at the Diddy trial, for getting us this answer. Take a listen.
A rumor that a lot of people are spreading is that Mike Howard was a public defender. So people are trying to say, hey, the family raised all this money to get an attorney, but yet he ended up with a public defender.
I don't know about no public defender or whatever. I can't speak to that. All I can speak to it is that he was retained.
So that means that he was not pro bono.
No, he was retained. He was paid for.
Now, there were 1 or more videos not shown to the jury because the judge barred the videos from being played. We don't know why the judge barred these videos. We've been asking this question for the past couple of days, but finally, thanks to 2 American citizens that filled out the Freedom of Information Act and was able to see the video, at least now we know what is in the video. I'm going to play these clips for you. Keep in mind 3 things that I got from this video. 1, you're going to hear that this gentleman says, what you see in that video does not directly correspond with witness statements. I've been saying that for the past couple of days. This was under Austin Metcalf's school's tent. All the witnesses were all Austin Metcalf's friends. They were all his buddies. You think they're going to testify against his homies? You don't do that. And even if you didn't like Austin, you still have to go back to the school. So this video it directly proves that some of the witness testimony was incorrect. You're also going to hear this gentleman say that there were 6 kids that approached, 6 kids that you see in the video. 2 leave off, and then there was 4 boys that approached Karmelo. Just remember, the defense was
pause it.
His claim.
We can't let it play like that. We gotta pause it for like every 5 minutes.
Okay.
And have commentary. So basically, what he's saying is there wasn't what's played in the video and what the witnesses are saying doesn't correlate. They don't tie together. Yes. So there's something 2 and 2 is not making 4. Mm-hmm. So now everybody gotta take a step back and see what is really going on. Because I still I don't think anybody would just want to stab somebody for no reason.
Right.
Or use violent force for no reason. There has to be a reason why somebody would do that.
Now, let me say this. There are people who are just violent. I don't know what you're doing.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
It just sounds like a whole bunch of us. Anyway, there are people who are just violent. There are people who are sociopaths. There are people who are that way. However, That's why it's always good to take in consideration not only just the crime, but the criminal, right? So, what made this person do this, right? And especially a person that is seemingly a B student, almost a straight A student, someone who's in sports, someone who's never been in trouble, someone who's never been violent, at least that we know of. What would drive that person to then say, out of nowhere, they came to a game, a sporting event, whatever, and who really has never been in trouble? What would drive them to say, you know what, I'm going to take out a knife and stab you? It doesn't really make any sense. And that's why the public is outraged. That's why. Because it's like this young man had to been provoked. People don't, unless they just snap, unless there's some onset of violent, mental instability that just came out of nowhere. This person doesn't have a background of that. It makes sense if you got a hard head, somebody from the hood, some career criminal that is, for whatever reason, out here terrorizing people. Yeah, that makes sense. So then it's kind of like, okay, well, this person usually has a record, usually has been in violence, usually has been associated with other people who've been violent. This young man had none of that. This young man was on his way to college. So it's like, when you tell the public, hey, this person did this heinous crime and no one provoked him. He was harassing the other people that were there. He wasn't supposed to be there. He just attacked this young man unprovoked. There was no provocation. When you tell the public, we have all of these witnesses that says that this person who's been accused of this crime was the aggressor. Yet you have no evidence of this person being aggressive towards anyone prior to this particular isolated situation. When you say, okay, well, then we're gonna have a jury of his peers, that nobody in his quote unquote peers is nowhere or anywhere near his age. No one that is similarly looking, and then you say, okay, we're going to hope for a fair trial. We're going to try to be reasonable. And we're going to try to say, we're going to hope these people are going to get this young man a fair trial. And then he gets found guilty of murking this person. And then on top of that, you give him first time in any type of crime, you give him 35 years and you expect us to not be upset. That's ludicrous. It's ludicrous. It's outrageous. So to me, again, like I said from the beginning, if it doesn't add up, there's a lie somewhere. And according to Trent Out Loud and his resource, what do you call it? What do you call those people? Not resources. What are they called?
Well,
like when you have a journalist and they have someone, they call them something. What can't I think of the name of them?
Paparazzi? I don't know.
No. Source. According to his sources, what these people are saying is that there are 2 American citizens who decided to utilize the Freedom of Information Act and said, hey, we want to see those tapes. Didn't let the jury see the whole full tape so that they can make an intelligent guess, an intelligent outcome for this young man based on the information given to them. You didn't give them all the information based on what Trent Out Loud is saying. The jury wasn't given all the information because either the judge decided it wasn't lawful to do so, or the judge made a decision. Because listen, a judge in court is literally God in the eyes of the court. He could do whatever. She could do whatever for the most part within the confines of the law. And they can, judges are there primarily to interpret the law. Right. And so from what this young man is saying, they didn't give the jury all of the information. They gave them what they wanted them to see.
Yes.
And then he goes on to talk about something I was talking about yesterday, which is why as his defense attorney, why are you even here? Let me just start there. Why are you even here if you're not even going to try? Because
he could have took it so many angles. Him being a young boy, first time offender, had a good record, had straight A's. What child would do something like that? I wonder who was his lawyer. Like, What was his argument?
I don't know, but I don't know any private lawyer that would have their client of first time crime of this magnitude with this many eyeballs watching just literally seemingly sit on his hands. That's what it seems like to me, because I'm not a litigator, but I am very intelligent. And all I'm saying is, why would you not call one expert witness? Why would you not call someone that would say, because this is what I would do. This is what I would have done if I was his attorney, and I'm not an attorney, let's be very clear. But if I was his attorney and I know we got at least a year out before this case is going to come to trial, I'm going to have investigators looking into every single thing that any of these prosecution witnesses are going to say and make sure I can poke holes in all of their stories. I'm going to present the case that these prosecutors and these people are credible because they were eyewitnesses, right? They were there, they saw it, they heard it, they witnessed it, right? I'm going to, as soon as I cross-examine that witness, I'm going to say, Shelly, isn't it true that you lied about your SAT scores? Isn't it true that you lied about X, Y, and Z? Because I'm going to knock at your credibility in every which way. And I would have had my investigators finding shit on everybody. Everybody that the prosecution is going to sit up here and say, this young man, this is what we saw, this is what we witnessed. Because I don't doubt that they probably on some level testified to what they saw or what they remember, what they remember. But there are studies on what people think they saw, and it didn't happen the way they think it happened. Because if you're in the middle of a violent crime, you're going to think whatever GUN that person had, it was the biggest GUN you ever saw. You know, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, because you're in the scene and it's real life. So it's like dramatic.
Correct. You may, if you're in a violent act, you may say, oh my God, he stabbed him 42 times when really he only stabbed him 3 times. Yeah. But that's your memory because you're so, you know what I'm saying, rattled with what you're seeing. So I don't expect them to have 100% memory or recollection of what they think they saw. But I think that they probably did the best that they could to a certain extent, right? Because you got to go back to school with these people. You got to go live in this neighborhood. You got to go live in this community. So they trying to probably do their best. Plus, they're biased. And I'm not saying that to say anything against the young man that lost his life or against his family, because listen, my prayers go to them because they lost a loved one, and that should be said. And if he was my loved one, I would have a whole ass problem. But that's not what we're talking about tonight. We're talking about, we don't believe that this case, that the jury got all the evidence, that they could have made an educated conclusion. That's what it seems like to me. The people in this video are going to talk about from what I watched. They didn't have all the evidence. And because the judge left it out for whatever reason, he decided to leave it out. People are going to speculate, oh, he was a racist, he's this and this, and maybe he is. There's a lot of racist people in this country. This whole country has a whole ass problem with race. It has a whole ass history. Huh?
So yes, they do.
This country has a whole dark history with problems with people's skin color. So we already know that's just a fact. It is what it is. You've never seen a jury that's all black, have you? Because I ain't never seen one.
I've never seen one.
As they say, oh, it's the jury of its peers. We've had there's plenty of courts in the black community, and I still have never seen a jury with only black people on it. Why is that? I don't know why that would be. But at any rate, so if I'm the attorney, I would call an expert witness that talks about, you know how lots of people are floating around. Oh, well,
why did they play the tape in court?
They played portions of it. They didn't play the entirety of it.
They're supposed to play the whole thing.
Not if the judge deems it inadmissible. And that's why this Freedom of Information Act, this is why it's problematic. What these witnesses say they saw and what the judge allowed the jury to see. So, but let's keep listening to what Trent has to say so that we can get a better perspective.
It was self-defense. He felt like he feared for his life. That's why he took out the knife. If you are a boy, a 17-year-old boy, and you are 140 pounds and you're 5'7", 5'8", and there's 4 boys all over 6 feet tall, over 200 pounds, you might feel a little bit threatened as well. Again, keep in mind, the jury was not aware of this. And the last thing you'll hear him say is that Karmelo flew, meaning ran at an incredibly fast pace out of the video. And that is proof that you're fearing for your life. Listen to this.
Yeah, so again, my name is Tony Sturdivant. I was one of the individuals that put in a FOIA request to see the video. What I saw was starkly different from the testimony that I heard given in the trial. There were 6 kids that walked up, 2 splintered off. I guess that part of was introduced in the trial where they went to deflect the coach. The other 4 walked directly to Karmelo Anthony. There was a brief conversation, I say maybe 20, 30 seconds. And from there, a scuffle ensued. It didn't last long. Karmelo backed out the canopy. He looked one way, looked to the left, and flew down those bleachers. Now, this is the video that was presented to us. This is the question that I have, though. Why wasn't that video presented in court? And is it the true video? Because, again, it's starkly different from the testimony given in the trial. Karmelo Anthony flew down those bleachers, fell at the bottom of the bleachers, got up, took off. It was maybe 2 or 3 kids that you can see kind of give chase, but Karmelo was gone, so they weren't even going to put a finger on him and touch him. But I don't know why that was not brought up in court. I don't know why that was shown. I don't know, but that's what I saw.
Okay, now let's listen to the.
So, what do you think about that, Creative?
I think that somebody was pressing him and they was about to jump him. Mm-hmm. And they was about to like go in. And you know what's you got 4 people up on you. You're not, and they taller than you and they bigger than you.
Mm-hmm.
You have no choice. Sometimes you in fight or flight mode. What are you gonna do?
Right.
Are you gonna sit there and let them beat you up? Cause
Yep.
You don't know what's gonna happen if he got beat up. He could have got brain damage. A whole bunch of stuff could have happened. We don't know the extent of that. 4 boys on 1 boy. He's only 140 pounds, and they like 2 something, and they 6 feet.
Mm-hmm.
That is intimidation. That is like what you gonna do? And you don't want to be, because men are men. They sometimes they gotta stand their ground. They feel the need to defend themselves.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So,
and any human being that's in a public place who has the right to be there lawfully can be there. I don't have to leave. In fact, the state of Texas law says I don't have to retreat if I feel threatened. Period. If I feel like there is someone who is either attacking me or is going to cause serious bodily injury, or I feel in fear of my life, I can stand my ground.
Somebody said he's not a man.
Who?
But even with most boys, men, whatever, they feel the need to defend themselves.
Yeah. So at any rate,
the chat is crazy. The chat is
they are. It's a whole bunch of bots. It's a whole bunch of crazy people in the chat. I'm not even paying no attention to the idiots in the chat. But at any rate, I don't have to leave. Period. I don't have to flee. I don't have to retreat. If I feel that someone has pushed me, shoved me, attacked me, assaulted me, I don't have to leave. I don't have to retreat. That's what the whole stand your ground law is about. You get to stand your ground.
I feel like this all happened because people don't want to mind their own business.
What do you mean by that? Oh, yeah, absolutely. Because
it's like
be in this. How dare he be brown and be in this tent when we didn't tell you could come in here?
Yeah, mind your own business. If he's not harming you, doing anything, mind your own business. Like,
it's the privilege of it all. I have the privilege to tell you whatever the hell I want to tell you, and if you don't listen, then I'm gonna stomp you out. I'm gonna beat you up. I'm gonna threaten you, whatever it is, if you don't leave.
And I know there's a whole bunch of people in the chat. That's why sometimes I don't be wanting to go to certain areas or certain neighborhoods, because you get looked at, and then people look at you a certain kind of way. They follow you. They see what you're doing. They ask you questions. Like, mind your own business.
Mm-hmm.
I'm minding mine.
Because here's the thing. Karmelo was minding his own business. That's a full stop. He was minding his own business. He came, he sat down, he met with someone that he already knew, that he was friends with. He wasn't bothering nobody. That's what the video shows, allegedly. So let's watch a little more of what the lady has to say she saw in the video.
Okay.
Other witness that filled out the Freedom of Information Act, and in her video, you'll hear her mention a few things. One, when you fill out the form and you get approved and you get to watch the video, they ask, hey, do you want to see 2 minutes before the incident or you want to see 11 minutes? Thank the Lord, she said, no, I want to see everything. I want to watch 11 minutes. And in that 11 minutes, she said that she sees Karmelo Anthony sitting in or around the tent for 8 to 10 minutes. Remember I told you guys yesterday in yesterday's video, I'm going to pin it below, that he was invited to the tent. A lot of people are talking about, oh, this tent culture and you're not allowed to be under another school's tent. His school didn't have their own tent and it was raining. He was invited by somebody who he knows. He knew that person's family well. We told you about that yesterday. So it's not like he was there for 20 seconds, 30 seconds, and then it was like everybody was telling him to get out. He was underneath the tent and in the area for 8 to 10 minutes. Proof that he was chilling. Then you see her, the same thing like this other gentleman just said, 4 boys approaching Karmelo. Once again, I just want to reiterate, this is not information that the jury was privy to because of the judge. You're also going to hear her say that Karmelo tries to back out and then he gets pulled back in by his hoodie by one of these 4 boys. And then she says after the incident, when Karmelo Anthony flees away, she says that there's 3 boys that chase after him. Again, information.
Let's go back a little bit.
And then she says after the incident, when Karmelo Anthony flees away, she says that there's 3 boys that chase after him. Again, information.
What do you think about that?
3 boys that chased after him, meaning that they was instigating.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm running away, why are you chasing me?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And people, I'm sorry, but people be acting like they never been to high school. They never been to, high school people get bullied. I think high school is like one of the worst, and junior high school. People get bullied. People press up on you. People get jumped. People try to make you fear them. Try to use intimidation. A lot of things be happening in high school, and we're not preview to it. But some of us are, but we try to be like, no, right is right, wrong is wrong.
Yeah.
Like, come on, like you acting like you was never in high school. Nobody was ever in high school. Nobody got bullied.
Yep.
Nobody was.
And if you were, you should just walk away. It's the same thing they do with the police. You should comply. I don't have to fucking comply to not die. You ask me to do something, I'll do it. But when you threaten my life, I'm not doing it. I don't have to.
Mm-hmm.
We have a constitutional right to bear arms for this reason precisely. So you threaten me physically and you touch me, you assault me, I have the right to fight back.
Mm-hmm.
And he fought back. And it's just unfortunate that the fight ended in death.
Just imagine you out in the street and you waiting by your car, or you waiting by somebody else's car in front of the place, in front of a store, and somebody come up to you and tell you, why you here? Why you standing here? You not supposed to be here.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it's a group of them, and then you're like, oh my God.
Mm-hmm. It's overwhelming to be approached when you're not doing anything wrong and then told that you need to leave.
And hold on, let's be clear. We don't know what words were exchanged between them.
Right.
So I don't know. People could say some things, and the things that they said, it will just take you there.
Yeah. Much like the chat, right? You got these idiots in the chat who want to think that they can try to get under our skin, but we too intelligent for that. We too intelligent for that, so we don't care.
Yeah, like I was watching this Lifetime movie, and this girl, she sent this other girl this horrible text and tell her that nobody cares if she was here, and she needs to, just leave or go, go off herself or something. Nobody cares about her. And the girl went and tried basically to off herself.
Yep.
And was end up in the hospital.
Yep.
So people don't think, words do. People could say some shit to you, and that shit could trigger something in you.
And that's because we're emotional beings, right? Mm-hmm. So we have emotions such as excitement, joy, happiness, love, but we also have emotions like frustration, anger, right? So yeah, somebody could piss you off and say something to you, and it could take you outside of who you normally are. It can make you respond in a way that you normally wouldn't respond.
Somebody said there's grown men that kill other grown men, and they don't even get 35 years. So what are we, like, the chat, like, what are we doing?
It's just a bunch of bots. They're not real people in the chat.
There's grown people that got intentions to kill or fight back.
You gotta say unalive, creative.
Okay, unalive. I'm sorry. They have people who would try to unalive or try to do devious things, and they don't even get 35 years. Some of them just get 10 or 15.
Yep. It's a fact. All right, let's see what else the lady said she saw. I'm gonna back up just a little bit.
That Karmelo tries to back out, and then he gets pulled back in by his hoodie by one of these 4 boys. And then she says, after the incident, when Karmelo Anthony flees away, she says that there's 3 boys that chase after him. Again, information we were not privy to. Take a listen.
Karmelo Anthony, my name is T, and when I went to see the video, they ask if you want to see it from either 2 minutes before the stabbing or 11 minutes before. So I chose 11 minutes. From the moment she pressed play, Karmelo Anthony was already sitting up underneath that canopy, and he was sitting there for at least 8 to 9.5 minutes. I saw a boy in a black hoodie go over to him first, and then they left out of the tent, and then you see coming across the field was another 6 boys. When they got to the bleachers, one, he went out of frame, and the other one sat at the bottom. But the remaining 4, they went directly to Karmelo Anthony. And like T said before, it was a brief conversation, and then all you see is commotion. And we know from the interviews that Hunter did, we know that Hunter was, in fact, up underneath that tent. The next thing you see, you can see Karmelo in the midst of them assaulting him. You can see Karmelo trying to back out, but he gets pulled back forward. The next thing you see is Karmelo. He comes shooting out the back, but he's still not standing. And
so what do you think about her saying that they're attacking him? He's trying to flee, and then he gets pulled back in by his hoodie. What do you think about that?
It seemed like they was not going to stop until something happened. Like, they wanted to attack him. So when he defended himself, now everybody is in like, oh my God, no.
Mm-hmm. My thing is, if you got all these witnesses saying that they saw something completely opposite, he deserves another trial.
Yeah.
I think the public deserves to see what actually took place. If that is, in fact, if what she's saying has any scintilla of truth to it, then I think the public deserves to see it.
I agree.
However, I don't know if that can happen if they're going to have a separate trial, a second trial. I don't know.
They said it takes 2 years to try to appeal.
Maybe it'll take 2 years. What do you think about the fact that, well, let's finish watching this and then I'll ask some more questions.
Okay.
He had to like kind of crab crawl backwards, and he had to like jerk away from them because they still had a hold of his hoodie. He goes up a couple bleachers and he's looking around for which way to go. He runs diagonally down the bleachers and then he falls. At the time of him falling, that's when I noticed another 3 boys coming down the bleachers chasing after him. But once Karmelo got up, he took off. You didn't see him for the rest of the video.
Now listen to her point out a lie, a clear and blatant lie. You're going to hear her say, at no time in this video do you see Hunter Metcalf, Austin's twin, holding his brother. There's been reports, and if I'm not mistaken, testimony that Austin passed away in Hunter's arms. She says that is a lie. Take a listen.
At no point in that video do you see Hunter holding his brother. At no point in that video do you see those boys ever going back to the tent and sitting down. That was all a lie.
Now listen to her ask the exact same question that I've been asking. Why was this video not played for the jury?
So let's say that what this lady is saying, because these are, again, 2 different separate people saying this is what they saw in the videos that they watched. They're saying they saw very similar things, because I don't know if the black man, the first guy that talked about it, saw the full leaked video. Because remember, she said when she came on, she said they gave you the option if you want to see what happened like 11 minutes before, 2 minutes before, or whatever. Mm-hmm. So you can make the decision of what you wanted to see. So I think that's a little bit why maybe he didn't see the full video, but it sounds like she's saying she saw the full video. Mm-hmm. And if what she's saying is actually true and accurate, everybody need to go to jail. All the witnesses, the whole entire prosecution, the defense attorney, everybody that saw that video and still proceeded to charge this young man with unaliving someone, and it wasn't in self-defense. They all need to go to jail. The judge, everybody that saw it and proceeded to act as though they didn't know what happened, it's a miscarriage of justice. You're supposed to be able to have a free and fair trial. Maybe not free, but definitely a fair trial.
It is free.
You're supposed to be able to have that. Justice is supposed to be blind. Now, we know justice ain't blind, but you're supposed to be able to present the actual facts of the case, especially when you have someone on trial for their life. You know, I just don't believe, I have a hard time believing that Karmelo did what he did out of malice, meaning I have a malicious intent to come in here and do harm. It seems like, based on what these people are saying they saw in that video, he did it based on fear for his life.
I agree. Yeah.
So I don't know. We'll see. Let's see what else he has to say.
Because she says this is irrefutable evidence that his claims of self-defense are true. This is what just an American citizen is saying. Now, times that by 12 jurors. You're telling me not one of the 12 would think, oh, this is a self-defense claim? But again, why wasn't the video played? Was it the defense? Because now we know from yesterday's video that I made for you guys, their parents now, Carmelo Anthony's parents, has fired the defense team. They feel like they can't trust anybody anymore. Did the defense try to submit this video? Did they try to submit it and then the judge blocked it? Why not? Why not give the jury every single piece of evidence?
Right.
Listen to this.
I also have questions. I don't know how the defense did not play that video. Because when you see that video, it was self-defense. Karmelo was only 5.
You see why I'm saying everybody need to go to jail?
Yeah.
Because if you saw this and you have the right to discovery, which means both sides have to give whatever evidence they're saying that they're going to present in court.
Yeah, they're supposed to. It has to get approved.
They have to.
Yes.
Not even supposed to. They have to. If you're saying that, just like if they say, I want to bring this witness to court and I want to interrogate them, or I want them to be a witness on the prosecution side, if you're gonna question the witness, then the defense has the right to question the witness too. So if you're going to present said evidence, then both parties, both sides have the right to review the evidence. So this is how I know they saw it. You're on trial for your life. I'm demanding that my lawyer sees this.
Who's the lawyer that they hired? Because to be a lawyer, you're supposed to know everything the defense is going to throw at you.
You mean the prosecution?
I mean the prosecutor. Everything the prosecutor is going to throw at you. You're supposed to build every argument that the prosecutor is going to use, and you're supposed
That's
to.
the purpose of discovery. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
When they get all the evidence that they say that they have, and they're expert witnesses and or eyewitnesses, those people that you're saying you're going to bring, you have to have a witness list. I need to be able to look at it so that I can prepare my side to tear their ass apart. That's the purpose. You get what I'm saying? But that happens on both sides. And if all sides knew and you still proceeded, this is outrageous. This is why people are mad. But anyway.
5'8", 130 something pounds, and Austin and Hunter Metcalf were 6'1", 200.
Every single piece of evidence. Listen to this.
I also have questions. I don't know how the defense did not play that video, because when you see that video, it was self-defense. Karmelo was only 5'8", 130 something pounds, and Austin and Hunter Metcalf were 6'1", 220 something pounds. So for people to say that he should have used his hands, people can from fights, from people using their hands. And that's all I'm going to say for right now.
Now just imagine that's just one or two videos. There's also a ton of other information that we are not privy to, the public and the jury was not privy to either. Things like Austin and his brother were known to be a little aggressive with people at school. If I'm not mistaken, they were both suspended. If not, it was Hunter that was suspended from school. That is why Hunter was not put on the stand. That's why the father wasn't put on the stand, because it would open up questioning from the defense to say, well, hey, what kind of boys were you? What kind of boy was Austin? Now, does that mean that Karmelo would have known that at that time? That could have been reason why the judge didn't allow that testimony and why the prosecution didn't allow that testimony. But like I keep on saying, a great defense lawyer will find a way to bring that into court. Yeah. And that would make it easier for the jury to understand how or why Karmelo felt like his life was being threatened and why he had to defend himself. Like I've said throughout this entire week, the defense was horrible. Happy to hear now that the parents agree with me, firing them and now going on to get a new defense team for the appeal. But hold on, I'm weary about the appeal. Before we get to the appeal, I want to play one more video from you for.
They didn't have lawyers that tried to reach out to them and wanted to take the case. Because normally when stuff like this get traction and they get like a lot of, views and, people come out the woodwork ready for cases like these.
Yep.
Waiting patiently for cases like these.
Because they get them. I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was like, why didn't they choose one of those lawyers,
I would like to know what made them choose the lawyer they chose.
Yeah. Like, there's people who's super, super passionate. Like, I don't even know. Like, they just waiting. Like, they will do anything just to get a case like this.
It's just like, where did you get your law degree?
Yeah, facts.
Where did you pass the bar? I guess you had to have done it in Texas. You must have barely passed, or maybe you passed on the 8th time. I don't know.
Right? What was you doing? Like, come on. You got regular people that could build better arguments than what the hell you was doing. That's sad. Like, come on, that's sad. You might as well let AI be a lawyer if that's the case, right?
Let's talk about it.
Right?
Let's talk about it. Yeah. Okay.
From an attorney who used to be an attorney in the same district. He has made an application to get all trial exhibits, which is very, very important. I'll tell you why.
Because the chat is pissing me off. People like get mad at us because nobody's saying that.
Ignore
I'm
the
really
chat.
sorry for Austin,
Ignore the
that he
chat.
lost his life. Like nobody's saying
These
that
are not real
that was
people.
right. Nobody is saying that. And to be honest, wait, no, let's make this is got to be 100% honest because we already know how this law and how the court system works. So I don't. It depends on how much money you got. If you got money and you got a good lawyer, 9 times out of 10, you gonna get a good deal. So I don't know what these people talking about in the chat. We've seen cases
They're
after
not
cases.
people, Creative. That's what I'm saying to you.
I know they're trolls, but I'm just saying.
They're not people. They're trolls sent here to knock you off your square and pay them some attention.
Yeah.
I'm not paying. You see people let's put watermelons in the chat. Like as if we as black people could sustain the watermelon market.
Right?
We make up 13% of the population. Who you really think eating a watermelon? Like, stop.
Exactly.
That's why I'm like, they're bots. Anyway, okay.
During court proceedings, preliminary, you get to, as a defense attorney, you get to say, hey, I want these 100 pieces of evidence admitted. That's when the judge says, no, you can't submit this. No, I don't want the jury seeing this. And he has to give reason. But because this judge banned cameras, media, and all motions and exhibits, we are not able to see any of that until after the trial. The judge said he doesn't want to sway or do anything. No, I told you guys already. It's not about swaying media. It's about he didn't want public attention, because when you have public attention, you get to have a trial. You end up having a trial like George Floyd, and there was so much international pressure that they had no choice but to find Derek Chauvin guilty. Judges now are privy to this, and they're like, if the judge is on the prosecution side, hey, let me try to keep this as local as possible. We don't want any international issues or problems, so that we could get what we want. And it looks like they did get what they want, because now Karmelo Anthony has been found guilty, gets sentenced 35 years, and now the international community is in an uproar. Okay. Listen to this attorney say that he is going to file to get exhibits. He also questions the defense, like I have been questioning. And his two big questions are things that I've been saying all week. Why was there no expert witnesses? And why was there no jury consultants? Why? We told you that I was covering the Diddy trial. That is where the bulk of your money has to go, because jury trials are won and lost from the jury. And we all know that there was 3 black teachers that were stricken from the jury because of the prosecution, which will be under for grounds of appeals. But the defense did a horrible job picking the jury. And I showed you guys yesterday, it's predominantly an all-white jury. Yes, there's some Asians there, or yes, there's one person who mixed that could be Hispanic, but all 18 are predominantly white. And Karmelo Anthony is a 17-year-old black boy. You're supposed to be judged by a jury of your peers. They're all mostly white men and women, or Asian, in their 40s, 50s, and 60s.
Right.
That's not a jury of your peers.
Nope.
Listen to this, and then we'll talk about the appeal.
I'm Christopher King. I actually was a licensed attorney in Collin County several years ago, working with the city of Frisco on a certain project. But I'm Christopher King. My handle is KingCast online. I'm also a journalist. And I have a couple things for you briefly. Today, I have filed my request for all exhibits used at trial. We'll see how that turns out. I mailed it in before with a self-addressed stamped envelope. Didn't get a response, so I figured I'd fly down here and file it in person this time. So as to this trial, what I see as an attorney, I saw what I believe to be malpractice. And I don't know why it happened, but I will tell you a couple of quick reference points. Number one, he allowed those students, young people, not professional people, to testify as to ultimate issues of fact, such as, was or not? Yes. Was there provocation? Karmelo provoked him. That's not how it works. You have to make them elocute as to what Karmelo did to allegedly provoke a situation. That's how it works. And when you don't object to it, and the case is in chief, you cannot come back later post hoc and then ask the judge and complain about it in a jury charge. There were also no expert witnesses produced, no use of force expert, no jury. No jury professional consultant was there that I know of. Okay, so these are all very serious questions on this case. And I don't understand it, but I don't like it. And I think this is the proverbial travesty of justice that we have just witnessed here. And there needs to be an investigation. It's not right.
What do you think?
Yeah, I think they should throw the case out. This is all of this stuff is going on.
Yep. But when you have the enemy in the jury, the enemy as the attorney, and the enemy sitting on the bench, you get 35 years.
Yeah, that's a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a lot of time. That's how there's people doing more heinous acts, and it's not even their first time doing it, and they get lesser time than what he got.
I've watched enough First 48 or 48 hours 2020, and I'm like, what do you mean they only got 20 years? They literally went somewhere and unalived someone intentionally on purpose with meditation, with motive, whatever it is, and you still only gave them 22 years. And then you have some of those violent offenders get out and reoffend. It's just like, what are you talking about? So you let them out, then they went out there and now they raping people. They was in there already for 5 years for raping somebody. You let them out, here they go raping 10 more people. It's just, it's asinine. It's just like, what are we doing here? But our legal system doesn't take violent crime seriously, in my opinion. Because why are you letting these violent criminals, especially when it's egregious violence, out? Why are you letting them out? Put the animals in the cage and let them stay there. Let them stay in there with the other animals.
I don't necessarily agree with that one, but I understand what you're saying.
You don't have to. You don't have to. I'm saying when you have people who are violent offenders, repeatedly violent offenders, go into the playpen with the other violent offenders. You bad? Do that. In this case, so I almost feel like with people who commit crimes as a minor or at a very young age, you know how you have like elementary school has 5-year-olds to 9 or 10-year-olds, right? Mm-hmm. And then you go 11-year-olds to 13 or 14 in middle school. Mm-hmm. And then 13 to 19, depending on, when your birthday is or whatever, in high school. I feel like that's kind of how the prison system should go. Because if you send these young men or young women in there with the real hard heads, the actual convicts, the ones that ain't ever getting out, or they had egregious crimes just like you, it's problematic. You're not rehabilitating them at that point. Mm-hmm. You send them into a cage with other really egregious people, and not all sentences fit the crime. I think in this case, there should have been something given to the fact that of his age.
He was only 17, yeah.
Something given to the fact of he never has committed any type of violent crime at all. Not even no violence in his history. Because trust me, if there was, they would have presented it. They would have had a whole ass timeline blown up. This is Karmelo Anthony at the age 13 committing this crime. This is Karmelo Anthony at the age 14 and a half committing that crime. Like, they would have had a whole ass, he's a criminal. But since they didn't have that, the only thing they brought in was, okay, he did do this heinous crime, which he admitted to. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Which is always what the prosecution wants, especially when there's an unaliving case. They want you to admit it. They want you to place yourself at the crime scene. They want you to lock yourself into a timeline. They want you to confess. They want all of these things so it can be a slam dunk. So that they don't even have to go to court. They can just say, well, creative, you said you did it. You wrote down, you confessed to the crime. You put yourself in this timeline. We have your DNA. You get what I'm saying? You said this is what you did. You told us where you buried the body, whatever. I don't even have to go to court because you can drag this out, but a jury's gonna find you guilty. And if they find you guilty, they're gonna put you in jail for life, or they're gonna put the needle in your arm. So which one you want to do? You want to do that, or you want us to give you these 35 years and you gonna go to jail for 35 years, but you're not gonna get the needle in your arm? And we don't want to waste all these people's time. Or you can waste all these people's time and we're going to go and ask for 100 years. And you never have a possibility of parole. That's the goal of the prosecution. That's their goal. They don't want to do it. They don't want to do the paperwork. They don't want to do the research. They want to hire experts.
You'll be amazed how much like these people pull out arguments out of the thin air.
Yeah,
and
they're
people
experts at it.
don't.
They teach you that.
Yeah, everything you say can literally be used against you, and they go digging up information, phone records, everything. So yeah, you gotta be super careful. It's like in a way it's unfair and it's really hard. Like, you know, you could be like getting arrested for littering outside, right? And then they go pull your record, they like, oh, and you got unpaid parking tickets and you do this and like, can I search your car? Let me see your phone. These people like that's how it literally be.
Hold on, that's not the one I meant to put. Hold on. This is the one I meant to put.
Mm-hmm. That's what we really want. We want justice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Stop bullying people. That's what I'm gonna say.
It's just not right. All right. Let's get to talking about appeal. The reason why this appeal process is going to be probably even more important than the trial is because this will be Karmelo Anthony's last chance or second to last chance.
Mm-hmm.
Because after this appeal court, the last chance will go to the Supreme Court. And I really doubt it will get there. I mean, if there's enough public push, maybe. But I'm going to play you a video. These 9 judges are voted on by the people. And right now, as it stands, there's 9 Republicans. There's different stages of appeal. Listen to the breakdown and how important it will be to vote this November in this county when it comes to Karmelo Anthony. Take a listen.
Everybody's asking me about the Karmelo Anthony conviction on Tuesday, and let's talk about his appeal. His appeal goes first to the 5th Court of Appeals here in Dallas. That court must hear his initial appeal, and 3 judges from that court will read it and rule in writing. Now, if we don't vote for those judges, others will vote the GOP judges in, and those judges tend not to really care much about us, if at all, right? And those judges tend to come from Collin County, Hunt County, Kaufman County, and so on. But because we showed up in past elections, Democrats actually sit on that court as well. Thank God. And that's not luck. That's turnout. And 3 of those seats, though, are up on the ballot this November. 3 of those seats. We put those judges on that court from past elections, and our assignment, part of our assignment in November, is keeping those judges on that court. Here's why. If Karmelo loses at the 5th Circuit, Karmelo has to ask the Texas Court of Criminal Appeals to step in. 9 judges on that court, and all 9 of them are from one party, the GOP. And it's been that way for 30 years straight. 3 of those seats on the Court of Criminal Appeals are open this November. 3 Democrats are running. A defense attorney I know, a judge I know, and an appellate court lawyer. If we win those 3 seats, a third of that court changes overnight, just like that. The problem is, though, eligible Black Texans don't vote. Most of them don't vote. And that's how the GOP took and kept every seat on that court for the last 30 years. Not because they couldn't be beaten, but because nobody showed up to vote them out.
We answered a lot of questions today. The parents and Karmelo Anthony hired a defense team, was not a public defender. That's checked off the list. Did they spend all the $600,000 properly? Why didn't they spend money on an expert witness? Why didn't they spend money on a jury consultant? I don't have the answers to that questions. I would love to interview the parents. They have done some interviews here and there. I haven't heard them been asked that question. At least we know not a public defender. Check. To me, the biggest developments are these two American citizens that saw that video, and they both of their comments align that this video shows proof of self-defense. Why didn't the judge admit it? Why didn't the defense team find a way to get this in front of the jury?
Why do you think the judge didn't admit it into evidence? You think it's racism?
I think because they probably feel like the prosecutor has a strong argument and they probably want to side with the prosecutor.
So bias?
I think it could be bias. It could be bias, or because I think if they did play the video, then the prosecutor, a lot of their argument will go down the drain. You know? And maybe those witnesses they call to the stand would not have much of it wouldn't hold much weight.
Yeah. It would poke holes in the prosecution's case.
Yeah.
Which is what your defense attorney is supposed to fight for. They're supposed to fight for every scintilla of evidence that's going to point towards not guilty.
It's supposed to fight. It's a man's life is on the line.
That's it. That's all.
His life is on the line.
But what's the life of someone? Who cares about the life of a young Black man?
I do, because that could be my son.
I know you care. I know some Black people care, but I'm saying in general, we're not the majority of people in this country.
You're right.
So again, who cares? This young man can go to jail and nobody cares. He could get railroaded and nobody cares. The problem is, I think this judge thought we could just railroad him and no one will care. He was wrong. He was definitely wrong. So now he got a whole, and then I think I was watching something yesterday or the day before where he was saying this is his last big murder case, murking case. And I think the last 6 months that, he'll be an elected official or whatever. So I think that's part of why the Black man that was just talking was saying, this is what we have to do in this county to get certain people on the bench and certain people in certain rooms and at certain tables and all that to change so that this type of situation where nobody looks like this young man, nobody is his actual peer in terms of age or anything like that, where that can just happen.
They gotta have people to go out and door knock all the Black neighborhoods and door knock everybody who could vote. That's the only way, because they gotta show people this case and what's happening and why your vote matters.
Yep. This is exactly why. But this also is one of those situations where it's exactly why people think their vote doesn't matter.
Because they think that whether they vote or they don't vote, those people will
have this outcome. Yep, that's why people think that way, and they have a right to think that way because it's true. Like I said before, not in every case, obviously, but like I said before, when you have the enemy in on your defense table, in the prosecution section, in the jury, and on the bench, why would I believe anything other than that? And listen, I want to believe, that we work and live in a world that's fair and just. I just know better. My life living in this country as a brown person has taught me better.
Especially because you're in the South. I can't say that because I'm in a place where it's only like 7% or maybe 10% Black here. So
yeah, I'm in the South too. I'm in the fourth largest city in the United States. But there are pockets of, quote unquote, the South where all kinds of savage things still go on. All kinds of racist things still go on. You know what I mean? I mean, there's racist things that go on, in Houston all the time. They got red line in the schools. They don't want certain people in certain neighborhoods and all kinds of stuff still happens. It's just Well, I was going to say it's just not as overt as it used to be. But since that one man went into the
Look,
White House,
somebody said this. Look.
so let me let Chef who can't cook know that we said earlier already that if someone unalived my child, I definitely would want consequences for that person. And those consequences would probably be go to jail for life. That's what I would want. But I also would want still a fair trial. I don't want someone to go to prison for 35 years or at all if my child provoked them, bullied them, uh, punched them, hit them, did all kinds of things, and then we're gonna still put them on trial for. No. Would I want justice? Yes. I want my child to go to prison. If he did this, no, I wouldn't want my child to. However, that's a very personal thing, right? If you have a child, you're probably going to feel differently. It is what it is. But I still think that that person deserves to go to prison. Yeah, 100%. But you can't say that you want to put someone in prison when someone provoked them to this violence in a state that says you can stand your ground. You can't. I don't want somebody to go to prison. I think the worst thing you can do is send someone to prison for something in an unjust way and for this many years. But if I was his family, his dad, his brother, his aunts, uncles, loved ones, friends, of course, you feel like this should have shaken out differently. But of course, you're going to feel that way if you don't have all the facts. And that's the whole point of due process. You're supposed to be getting all the facts. Your attorney is supposed to be getting all the facts to present an actual logical case that creates doubt, that proves the case. But this is not what happened here.
Yeah, the chat is crazy.
Yeah, it's just a bunch of bots. There's just a whole
But
bunch.
I'm just saying, if that was to happen to my son, I would want justice. But I will also look at it as, you know, if that happened when the kid is a kid, right? I wouldn't want like to slap the kid for all these years because they're all kids to be at the end of the day, right? I also take that into account, and it's like how they say hurt people hurt, and like it's you sending the child for 50 years in jail. Does that really make you feel better?
Nobody wins in this scenario.
Exactly, nobody wins.
That being said, I will say there are I've watched enough real life, real crime where the person murking somebody else is 19, is 20, is 21, barely out of high school, barely legal. Yeah, they need to be in a cage. Now, were they making the best decision? Were they high? Were they, whatever it was, their reasoning? I do think those things should be taken in consideration. But when you can just carelessly take someone's life, you don't deserve to walk amongst the rest of us. But if you can prove, which is why we have laws in place to say you can defend yourself if someone is trying you, someone is trying to cause serious bodily harm, or you think they're trying to cause serious bodily harm and or alive you don't have to retreat. That's what the law says in Texas. You can stand your ground.
So this person says this. Trina, it depends on the case. It depends on, if that person is like cold-blooded, like they planned it out, they had this hatred for a long time, then then I'd be like, yeah, maybe that person needs to be in there to think about their actions, and have the prison system, have them figure it out on their end.
But you also, again, have to consider the person's past behavior.
Yeah.
When was he ever violent before?
Exactly. He was not.
There's no history of this young man acting this way, being violent in any way, meaning fist fighting, doing anything else. He suddenly, this is out of his character. So to me, any thinking person would say, why would a person who's never committed a crime, who's never been violent ever in his life, suddenly become violent? Something happened in that tent that these people don't want us to know about. That's what a reasonable person would say.
Somebody said this.
I think if you unalive anybody, it's a horrible thing. I think our country allows people to commit heinous, violent crimes and then walk away on bail, only get 5 years, only get 2 years, and then get out and reoffend. That's why you got the Violence Against Women Act, because half the time they wouldn't even go into jail. They wouldn't even getting arrested doing violent crimes against other people. That's why we have laws in place. You have violent offenders, they need to go to jail.
I feel like if the roles was reversed, the country would be in an uproar. Same thing. Probably even worse.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the country, I think definitely the majority of the country would be in an uproar.
Exactly, right? What are we talking about?
And when I say the majority, who are the majority of the people that in this country? They don't look like me and you.
Yeah.
They're white. So really imagine what would happen if it was the other way around. They would be pissed. But the reason that this is really big news is because this young man said it was self-defense. I think what made it really big news, even beyond him saying it was self-defense, is that when that jury selection came out, people was like, oh, hell no.
Mm-hmm.
That's what woke people up, in my opinion.
Oh, did you want to play more or?
Nah, that was pretty much it. Did you have anything you want to? Because I know they were not Carmelo, but Austin's father, I think is his name, was talking today. Did you want to watch that or talk about it, or do you want to do that on another day?
Are you tired?
Yes, I woke up tired.
You gotta work again tomorrow?
No, I don't have to work tomorrow, but I do have to work because remember I was telling you we bought a new electric car.
So yeah, because you do have to clean out. I gotta work on my backyard. Y'all gonna see some photos of me, doing my garden.
I'm so excited to see your greenhouse. I'm gonna be like pew 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 pew. Yeah. But I normally don't do. Listen, I don't like manual labor, and I told you that. I'm like, don't call me if you want me to come help you move. I will help you hire somebody. Okay?
No, like I'm not helping.
I'm not. I'll bring over the margarita machine so we can have margaritas after. Okay. But no, I really am contemplating like hiring somebody to come organize it for me.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, whatever. Listen, I know my strengths. That is not my strength. My strength is in helping others. Okay. It is not in manual labor. Okay. So I went to school, so I don't have to do manual labor. Stop judging me. Just saying. No, I listen. And then my husband's considering it too, because he's like, he was like, call your sister, see if she, they could come help you out. I was like, she would, but I wouldn't want to ask her that without giving her some money. He's like, I don't mind throwing some money her way. I'm like, all right, well, we'll see. But I'd rather.
Or you could do like, this is what I did. I had my friend come over and she helped me build a greenhouse. And while she was building the greenhouse, I had bought like some stuff for us to make. So we made like tacos. So we made beef, shrimp, and chicken tacos. And I had bought like the sauces. So and we made it on the grill. You know how?
No,
on the fire pit.
No, your friend got tricked. Because no, I'm not coming over to work and have manual labor, and then you're gonna put me to work after cooking? No.
No, she wasn't cooking. I was cooking it, but she was helping me out cook it.
See, again, now I'm still also helping you? No. No.
You don't want to help at all?
No, like, absolutely not. No. What I will do is I'll be like, girl, let's go out to eat. Now that you got your greenhouse together, yes, let's go out to eat. Yeah, I'll buy you a drink. Yeah. Let's get these lamb chops. Okay. And she need an extra drink because she's stressed out from building this. And
I thought you like cooking, Chanel.
I do, but not after I've helped you build a greenhouse. What's wrong with you? But I
Yeah,
guess I mean
she didn't help me cook like that. She took the plates out, asked me what I needed, and that was it.
Okay. So she just was there to kind of like, okay,
Help
okay.
facilitate. But I was the one that was on the grill doing it.
I would listen. I would be in there delegating.
I'm not doing nothing.
I'll be in there delegating. I thought I'm coming here and I'm gonna be happy. I'm cheering you on. I will donate to your garden fund. I won't be doing any manual labor.
No.
That's why I went to school. Listen, I had to do manual labor growing up, in my opinion. You got there picking pears because remember, I think I told you we had pear trees, we had tangerine trees in our backyard, right? So when you have a fruit tree or something like that, there's an abundance of fruit, right? That grows. So you can't eat it all. So you pick it off the trees. And my mom used to have us, our parents used to be like, yep, go out there and pick out the pears and pick out the tangerines. And then my granny moved with us later. And then she was out there with her tomatoes and what do you call peppers and all kinds of shit gardening. I ain't got time.
That's me. I'm about to be doing all of that.
Nope, I ain't got time. I ain't got time. No, I like the idea of gardening. I'm not gonna lie. I do like the idea of gardening, but I told you I have friends that garden and they have like eggplants and snap peas and all kinds of shit, right? And listen, she got a whole green thumb, but I'm not. She has too many Facebook posts where she got seemingly 8 feet snakes that she didn't chop their head. I ain't got time. Right. I ain't got
no snakes. Yeah, y'all got that down there. I ain't got no snakes.
I ain't got time. Now, people have said if you put certain things around it, then it'll like make them not want to come.
Deter the snakes and deter.
Again, I was talking to somebody the other day, one of my friends, and no, was it a friend? No, it was one of my patients' loved ones, and she was saying when she was a child that they had she said she grew up in the country. She was the caregiver. I take that back. So she was the caregiver. And so she was talking to me about how she grew up in the country, outside of Houston. And she said she went outside to the chicken coop and went out there to get the eggs. And she said it was a snake in there and he had his mouth open like this and he was eating the eggs like that. Can you imagine? She said his mouth was open like this and he kept grabbing eggs and eating it.
I would have chopped that head off.
She said she ran in the house, got her uncles, and they killed it and made a hat or something, child, out of the snake skin. I can't take it. They probably ate the snake. I don't know. Country.
You can eat snakes. I heard that.
I'm not eating a snake, and I don't want to. I can't imagine. You know how she's traumatized from that still. I was in there, listening to her.
What's up, Candy Cane?
Hey, Candy Cane. That's even just me thinking about the visual of a snake head in there. And the hen eating all the damn birdies. I can't take it.
Somebody asking retarded questions. Look.
Like, why do you think you get sunburned? I can't. Yeah, because people are crazy. No one is forcing you to eat white people's food.
Why? What is that? Like, I don't understand. I like all food. Like, what are you talking about? Exactly. If it tastes good, I'm gonna cook it and I'm gonna eat it. Like, so what do we?
And here in America, y'all not top of the list of food people want to eat. Be clear. Yeah, a lot of y'all, listen, shout out to y'all, but y'all don't be putting flavor in y'all food, and we need flavor over here. Hey, Candy Cane. We need flavor over here. So, things like spices and,
Oh, I wanted to say, Candy Cane, I saw you live earlier. I tried to come through, but I was out in the backyard. I was doing a lot of stuff today. I didn't even have time to be online like that.
I've been going all day from patient to patient, and then my husband was giving me the you need to come to the barbecue eyes, and so I'm like, fine, I'm coming to the barbecue, even though I've been at work all day long, all week long. I'm tired, but I'm glad I went. I have fun. You know what I'm saying? It's always a good time when you hang out with your family, with your peeps. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And then my cousin, well, really, it's my husband's cousin's daughter, Alyssa. Oh my gosh, she could throw down. It's always. I'm just like, I'm glad I came hungry. Listen, made all kind of food. I was just like, yes. So we had a good time.
I was eating. Did you take a plate home?
Am I brown?
Yeah. Of course she did. I took a plate home.
What do you mean? Yep, I got ribs, chicken. These look, they had these cookies there. I don't know if you can see these cookies.
Oh, that's cute.
But yeah, I got ribs, macaroni and cheese, rice, beans. I was just eating some beans and rice just now. But yeah, they had all kinds of food, child. And I ate and ate and ate, and I didn't eat too much. So
I see.
What do you say, Secret, if you pulling up Sunday? The ladies first. Who is Team Fatty? You know that person?
You know who that is.
See, I be putting it out.
Yo, Chanel is the worst. I can't with Chanel.
I don't know who Team Fatty is. I have no idea who this person is at all.
Okay. You don't know who Fatty is?
I've heard of someone named Fatty, but I don't know who Team Fatty is. I don't know who that is.
The world. Well, I'll talk to you later about that, Chanel. I can't with you.
Okay. We won't be putting people on blast on the internet. Trina,
I'm trying to be the good Taurus that you said.
Oh, you are the good Taurus. You're absolutely the good Taurus. I'm Team Good Taurus.
Look.
Damn, Chanel, you do me like. I don't know who you are, but God bless you. Shout out to you, whoever you are.
He said you could come too.
So this person has a ladies' night on Sunday. What time is it? I don't know what time it's going to be.
Sure. We'll keep you posted because I think we might be doing something.
Yeah.
Chanel is slow a little bit.
You see, this is the problem. Chanel has not been in these YouTube streets, and Chanel only goes to like 3 channels. So I don't know all of these people, nor do I care to know all of these people on the internet. It's a lot of negativity going around on this internet, and I ain't got time.
Check the back chat.
Oh, okay.
Because you slow.
Ooh. That's who I thought it was. But again, people have all kinds of names on this here internet.
But Fatty, you got Vogue C. So Vogue C is attending in our she's attending for us.
Ah, okay. Yeah, Roxy will pull up. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we seen Roxy there.
Let me see.
Huh?
I was gonna see if someone else is live. Hold on one second.
Who?
I say hold on one second. Ninja?
I'm a ninja, y'all. Actually got all these names for me. She calling me ninja. Use a ninja.
Oh, hold on. Yeah. Let's go over to this channel. Hold on. I'm gonna put it in the back. And I don't want you to say it out loud, creative, because you good for that.
I already know.
I told you yesterday how Taurus will do. The Taurus wife will be the Leo wife will kick the husband like, shut up. And then the husband will be like, why are you kicking me? And it's like, oh my God.
That's me.
What did you say it out loud? I would have said it out loud.
Hold on. Is Fatty here? Fatty, I heard that you said I got a butter face, Fatty. Ooh. And now you in my chat. So let's
come stand on your square. If you got that life, come cam up. Stand on your square.
What they said? I got a butter face and I've been ran through because I'm in the military. Wait, military people been ran through?
We definitely not pulling up. Nah. See, this is why I say I don't know this person like that. Chill me, come pull up. Why would we pull up if you're talking about my girl like that? No. But if you didn't say it, come testify. Okay?
Come testify. Somebody said conquering one person at a time. You still have that lotion video? I don't know what lotion video, but somebody.
Not saying that, or is that somebody?
Oh, he said send the link.
Look, hold, ain't nothing but a thing. Let's see if I can get the link. I don't know which link he wants, but let's see. Because I don't know whose side he's on. So put your link in there too. I don't know whose side he's on.
He can't be on camera.
Why? Why you can't? No. Why you can't be on camera, Fatty? Is Fatty ugly? Is that why Fatty can't be on camera?
Well, here he comes.
Hi, friends. How you guys doing? Good morning.
Hi, Mr. Fatty. Why can't you be on camera? Are you ugly? Are you cute?
No,
What?
it's because it's 8 a.m. and I'm fat. I don't want y'all to know this. I want to be a surprise. Chanel, you don't know me, Chanel?
No.
But I know you.
Oh, well, thank you. I'm glad that you do know me. I mean, I'm someone to know. Just saying.
Thank you very much.
No, I don't know a lot of people on the internet. And honestly, after being in some parts of these YouTube streets, I'm happy I don't know because it's a whole bunch of drama.
I only know people on the internet, so we are the opposites. I don't have a real life. So
you don't
have
have a real life. So to the question at hand, Creative said that you told other people allegedly that she had a, what is it called, face?
a butterface. So let me tell you what happened, right? So we were on a panel and somebody mentioned her name, right? And because I'm a goofball, like I think we were talking about something and I call her Mommy Blanco because I said she looked like Papi Blanco, but she is Mommy Blanco. And once again, I think this is a fair assessment. Then afterwards, we were talking about something and Jamaica started to defend her, 187. And he said, she's in the military and all that. And he said, the woman in the military have a reputation, just like nurses, just like women that are flight attendants. There's a reality. Y'all know it. The same way with the personal trainer and the bouncer and all their reputations. Creative, woman on the military. Is that fair to say that women on the military have reputations, Creative?
No, they don't. It depends on the individual.
So what is a Jody? Like men on the military have reputations too.
You could say that.
I would never tell you to marry a man that is going to Iraq or Iran or whatever it was. Like that, y'all going to get cheated on.
Fatty, I heard you have a reputation though.
I absolutely have a reputation too. But
what's your reputation, Mr. Fatty?
I say controversial things, and I'm fat. Yes. So I will say this, right? It was kind of uncalled for, but on the context of the comment, like we just talking shit about everybody, including me, like everybody kind of talking crazy. Okay. So it was not personal. You never did nothing bad to me. So I should kind of leave it alone. I was just trying to be funny. Okay.
Oh, do you think you should apologize?
I already did. I said I apologize. It wasn't called for.
Okay, got it. All right. Well, do you?
But I might call her Mommy Blanco here and there.
Don't call me Mommy Blanco.
No, but it's a compliment because it's like
you're saying she looks like a man.
No, it's because of the glowing dark, like the dark skin.
That's
even worse. What is wrong with you?
Strong black features. Okay, it's nothing.
That's the point. He looks like he has strong African features, but you know what he doesn't have? A fat ass. So you're winning. Congratulations, you got it.
What? Dude, like, I don't know if this is a backhanded compliment.
No, it's not a backhanded compliment at all. It would be an insult if I say she built like Papi Blanco. That will be very problematic.
Okay, so let me ask you this. Do you have children?
No.
Do you think if you had a child and a man on a panel said your child had been ran through because she was in the military and she looked like a man and she was very, very, dark, glow in the dark, you think you would appreciate that?
I would like the glow in the dark. I think that's actually a compliment. People that have great skin, like dark skin and great skin, glowing skin, I think actually is a compliment. The other ones, I wouldn't like it. But if they're grown-ups, it's kind of a fair assessment. If my son was in the military or my daughter, I would expect him to get 20 bodies there. Go crazy, baby. Come back with all the medals and all the honors. Hey, come back and I hope that
bodies, Mr. Fatty. Do you have a lot of bodies?
Yeah, because I'm a hoe.
Oh, so you're handsome, or you just?
I'm not. Listen to this. I'm not facially challenged, but there's some rides on Disneyland that might not get in. They say, "Sorry, sir, you're too big."
Challenged.
You say, "Sir, I'm not I'm not facially challenged, but some rides on Disneyland they might say, sir, you're too big to be on this ride. You have to go to the water park." I'm sorry.
Oh, so you really are fat. Is that why your name is Fatty?
Yeah. 6'2", 300 pounds. Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
Yes. Do you watch Game of Thrones?
I watched the first season, but no.
Oh, you are a coward. Why you a quitter?
I mean,
Who told you how to quit?
I don't like
taught you?
things that seem a little bit creepy or anything like that. I don't like that.
What about creative? You creative? You don't watch Game of Thrones?
Yes, I love Game of Thrones.
So why you not reprimanding her right now and saying, "Oh, you coward! Why you are a quitter?"
I got different tastes.
Let's be clear. Nobody can reprimand me. I'm a whole adult.
So Chanel, other than Orange is the New Black, what do you watch? You can say Power. Don't say Power, the book of whatever.
I don't
what
watch
do you watch?
Orange is the New Black. I watch Grey's Anatomy.
That's even worse.
That's worse to watch people.
That's so much worse. Hey, you should have said what is the 30s is the new 30s, 40s is the new 30s? What is that thing? Sex and the City.
No.
That's terrible. You watch Grey Anatomy?
What's wrong with Sex and the City or Grey's Anatomy?
Grey's Anatomy.
It like is super. So I'll give you that, right? Dr. House, I can take it.
I love Dr. House.
See, now we're talking bad, right?
But he's also a sadistic, narcotics-driven, crazy person.
Yeah, but y'all love those guys.
Yes, that's all.
Yeah, you love the anti-hero that he's a junkie, but he's actually very smart.
No, I don't like that he's a junkie. I like that he's very smart and intelligent and witty as hell.
No, he's not. You know why he's not? Let me actually tell you why he's not. I'm going to tell you a secret. It's always lupus. Every episode, if you watch, is always lupus. They will go around and they will go about things. Oh my God, I think he's lupus. Congratulations. It's like a Scooby-Doo episode. It's always somebody they know. They take the mask. Oh, lupus. Here we go. I could be a doctor on Dr. House. You too. You could too. Like on season 2, when they get the new cast and shit, even creative, I think she could actually make it.
Okay.
But don't tell them you are on the military, creative.
Oh my gosh.
Like, you actually look like a sweet girl.
Military?
No, I'm a coward and I'm in Portugal.
He said he a coward and he in Portugal.
Yeah, Portuguese people like to fight people like 500 years ago. We're not known by fighting anymore. We just play soccer and shit.
Okay. So do you know how to cook?
Absolutely not. I have enough money to order out every day.
You eat out every day?
Oh, hold on, wait. So you got
I order out at least every day.
So I'm guessing you don't have a love. Like, do you have a wife or a girlfriend?
To me, myself, and I.
Boys or girls?
For what I know, I like women. For my understanding, might change one day. You never know. Oh. But for now, I like big booty Brazilians.
So you could be, what is it called? Like pansexual, where they like all kinds of.
Oh no, absolutely not. That's the biggest. You know what is that? That is actually people that want to look smarter than they actually are. Those pansexual people are always horny.
They're always horny?
No.
Yes. They just be lying to you. Oh, I'm pansexual. No, you're not. How many pansexuals did you met on your life that are men?
None.
Think about it. It's always woman.
I don't know any pansexuals, period. So,
but that's the point, right? The pansexual and the sapiosexual is always woman. I have attraction for your brain. Yes, let me put The Rock or Jason Momoa in front of you. Yeah, let me put Idris Elba in front of you, Chanel.
That's what we like.
I'm a sapiosexual. I'm sexually attracted to intelligence in others. That's why I was attracted to my husband.
You never had a crush on a dumb nigga?
Never.
No.
Not even when you were like a teenager or something like that?
No. When they open your mouth, you run.
I'm too cerebral for that. No.
Damn. I'm the only like dumb person getting a woman? That's crazy.
Well, I think men a lot of times don't care about your brain because they care about your body.
As they should.
You said they should.
I think if you're going to spend time with someone, you should care about their brain.
Yeah, you should.
Why? So we can debate Plato.
Talk to an intelligent person. That's why. I'm gonna talk. Yeah,
but but that's the thing, right? For example, your best friends your besties don't need to be intelligent. Just need to be entertaining, caring. Like they don't need to be.
Good without you being intelligent.
How?
Because I'm not going to be able to hold a conversation with you. That's why.
Yeah, but we were talking about things like Grey's Anatomy. What, like, we can bond over some silly stuff.
No, because I need to be able to have an intelligent conversation with you.
No, but that's the thing, right? Me and creative are not quitters. So let's do this.
It starts with, are you intelligent? If you're not
No, that's fair, right? So, but Chanel, think about it, right? My IQ is very, very low. Me and creative could bond over Game of Thrones season 7. Say, oh, that's trash. Hold the door. Like, I don't need to be a scientist to have a conversation in common with somebody that likes things that I like. For example, the cooking thing. You could teach me how to cook, and I could be a dumbass, but I'm interested in cooking, so I know I'm learning from you. Like, I don't need. So why should I?
That's true, but in order for you to qualify to be my friend, it has to be more than surface. What you're talking about is surface. I need people that I can count on, that I can say, you know what, I can put X in this person's hands. I can ask for advice from this person, and I know that they're going to give me a reliable, intelligent, well thought out, logical response, as opposed to someone who's just fluff. I ain't got time.
Damn. So if I say, "Can I be your friend?" You say, "What's the name? GDE? What's the American thing?" You say, G, like you ask how much did you score on your GDD?
No, I'm not going to ask that. But I can tell by someone's conversation, right? Just I can tell if you're an intelligent person, just like you could tell if someone is scary, if they're a weak-minded person. When you talk to them long enough, the real them, no matter how bad they are, no matter how strong they are, no matter how much of a front they want to put on, eventually the real them is going to come out. So as I continue this conversation with you, I'll figure out, okay, this is a 10-year-old. Okay, this person is very immature. Okay, this person doesn't have a lot of life experience. Okay, this person can't add, 2 + 2. Like, you'll figure it out pretty soon.
You got me on all of those, by the way. Good job. And you only talk with me for 10 minutes. Immature, 10-year-old, doesn't know nothing. Thank you. I actually was trying to hide it, but you got me.
Yeah, I'm going to do an assessment, right, of who you are. Just like when you see a woman, right, that you like, the first part is the physical, right? You're like, oh, she's sexy, right?
Not the first part, the first, the second, the third, and the fourth. And then on the 5th, is she nice to me? Oh shit. We might have something going on.
Right.
You might as well pay a girl for all that.
Yeah,
No, but that's the thing. I just want, like, for example, if I have a girl that she cute to me, and she like nice to be around. She grateful. She does little things for you. Every time you show her something, she laughs at your jokes even more than she should, because she gets like you and shit. Like, she's feeling your ego. I like her. That, like, you don't need to be a scientist. You don't need to be highly intelligent. I actually think there's a lot of intelligent people that are literally pieces of shit. Like the highly intelligent people a lot of times are going to lose for the person that might not be as intelligent, but they're caring, they're empathetic, they adopt dogs, and they help the elderly. See what I'm saying? So I'd rather be around that person than being around the person that is highly intelligent and everything we do is a game of chess. It's always like a play on the back. It's always something nefarious going on, because you're always going to have to be on your tippy toes with people. If you love somebody, friends, family, husband, wives, indifferent, you should be able to just not walk on eggshells and be comfortable around them.
I'm not saying you need to walk on eggshells. I'm saying if you're going to qualify to be in my life as a real person that I care about, I'm not saying you need to be perfect. That's not even going to be the first thing. First of all, nobody's perfect. And I certainly wouldn't want someone to be around me that's fake, because if you got to walk on eggshells, your authentic self is not showing up, right? That's why you're walking on the eggshells. I want you to show up as who you authentically are, and we can connect authentically. But I also need you not to be a dum-dum. That's all. But for you to be in my life like that. But I laugh, I have a good time. I'm gonna do that. But I'm also that person that you're talking about. I'm that intelligent national merit scholar who also has empathy, right? Who also has sympathy for people, who also is going to help people. That's what I get up and do every day. I work with people who are actively dying. That's what I do with my life every day, right? So I'm not going to want to be around idiots all the time. But am I going to deal with idiots? Absolutely. I come on this internet, I'm probably going to go in a few minutes and deal with some idiots on a panel.
Absolutely. So that's what I'm saying.
But I'm not a type person. So I want to go have fun. I want to hang out. Like you said, I can cook, things like that. Yeah. But I'm not going to surround myself with idiots. So think
But you
about it.
don't. But you don't have to. You don't have to surround
gotta, like,
yourself with idiots. You have
you
some friends that are good for gossiping. You have some friends that are good for adventures. You have some friends that are good for trips. You have friends that are good for stay at home and have. Like what I'm saying, you could
all of
literally.
those things are true. But
Yes. So why do I have to be the intelligent one? Let me be the fun one.
because if you're an idiot, you're not gonna last long in my group because we're gonna be like, oh my
But
god.
I bring popcorn to the functions. I'll do some jokes. I'll like always say, you cool, maybe give me my jacket, my queen. Like I have other things that have nothing to do with intelligence, and it's
Well,
fine.
let me tell you, this is where those people come from. The people that you're talking about, those people typically are in your family. I can
Mhm.
love you no matter what. I can be around you even though you're an idiot because you're my family member. So you could be an idiot, right? Because I still got to be around you. I can't get rid of you. But for the people in your life that you love and you choose for them to be there, those people got to be like you, right? Doctors are gonna hang around other doctors, right? The people at Popeyes in general gonna hang around other people that work in the food industry. It's
And
just a fact. Teachers gonna hang around other teachers, right?
and
Like for like. So, like I'm saying, if you're a dum dum, you're probably likely gonna be around other dum dums.
no,
I'm
no,
not a dum dum,
Yeah,
therefore,
mm-mm.
that's what we have in common, right? That's true.
that's all.
No, there's not. That's not true because your occupation actually doesn't measure how smart you are. When I work on Pizza Hut, I thought I was extremely smart, and there was a bunch of dumb people around. I am tall. I hang with short people. I have a little bit of money. I hang around with broke people. Y'all are weak. Y'all hang around with strong people. Like there's a lot of things that we can do by being tech team. We don't need to be Kobe and Shaq. You can be Tommy Jerry. I am Tom. You are Jerry. You go ahead because you're small enough and you do little things and you get in holes and you stole the milk for us to drink. And I am big and I scare the other cats away so Jerry can be in peace. Both of them
Right.
might not be smart, but they might have good energy.
So if you have a friendship that's dependent upon someone else doing something for you in order for y'all to have that friendship, that's a
It's
leveraged
called
relationship. So
no.
if
It's called no. It's
hold
called
on,
reciprocal.
if I need you to be around so that you can do X, then that's not a real friendship, in my opinion.
No,
I
it's called
want people
reciprocity.
around that are equal to me. I don't need people around either equal or better, equal or smarter. So somebody I can look up to. I don't need to be
So
looking down.
So
I'm
why
not,
should I be your friend? If you need to look up and you don't want to hang around with people that are lower than you, if I'm above
not
you,
saying they're
why
lower
should
than me. They're just
no?
not
That's what
at my
you said,
level.
Chanel. I saw your mouth moving. You said I need to hang around with people that are on my
That are
level
my
and
level
up.
or higher. Because what
Okay,
am I learning from someone who is
okay,
at least at my level? What am I learning from?
that's fair. So the question is, what does that person that is higher than you hanging around you by your own metric?
They might
They
not
should.
hang around me.
No, that's
But,
what you said.
let
I'm
me
just
give you an example of what I mean. Let me give you an
go
example of
ahead.
what I mean. You could have someone in a different occupation, but they could have something that you quote unquote could learn from, right?
Sure.
So in the work that I do, I work on what's called an interdisciplinary team, right? So there's a physician on the team, there's a chaplain on the team, there's a nurse, there's an aide, there's me, there's other people on the team, right? But we all bring something to the table, but we're all professionals. So
Sure.
we're not going to just randomly have some random person on that team that brings nothing to the table. We need people there that know what the hell they're doing and that
Sure.
brings something there. Why would I have some random person there that doesn't belong? It
Because there's people in position of power.
I can learn from the physician. I can learn from the aide. I can learn from the nurse. I can learn from the chaplain. We all can teach each other different things.
Sure.
My occupation for what I have to do, you have to have a license to be able to do it. Just like a doctor has to have a license to do it. Yeah, you went to college and you got a degree, but you have to have a license. You can't just say that, okay, you're a therapist and just say that. You can't just do that. At least in the state of Texas. So,
sure, but you just being an elitist.
So I'm going to be around people that are like-minded. That's
No,
all.
you are going to be around people that actually like you. Like every time you go to the gas station and there's little girl that always happy to see you. Hey lady, how are you doing? Oh man, you are going to hang around with the nurse that is very nice to you. You are going to hang around with the tailor every time you buy a nice dress. No, but that's the thing, right? This is what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. You are putting yourself in a position where people can reverse that against you. Because if you're going to hang around with people that are your level and up, that person that is above you, let's go with a neurosurgeon or somebody that is a pilot. Why am I with you now? She's below me. I only hang around with people that are my level and up. You should
what they,
Well,
if that's
Chanel,
what they choose to do.
but that's my thing, Chanel, right?
Because
I think.
you know why? I don't want to be around somebody who thinks that I'm less than them. So
But,
that's fine if they
but
think.
there's your insecurities. That has nothing to do with them. It's to do
No,
with you.
I'm saying I don't want to be around someone who thinks that way. But I think we're all humans, right?
No, but that's what you think.
To the table. But what I'm saying is, even though we're all human beings on this earth, we don't all think alike, right? So if you have someone who is constantly showing you that their thought process is idiotic, why on earth am I constantly having this person in my space?
Because Chanel, because you
from them, right?
Chanel, because you wouldn't hang out with yourself.
I'm not learning anything, and therefore
you wouldn't hang out with yourself. If you think you are above certain people,
I didn't say that. You keep saying
Chanel, you said I only hang around people that are my level and up. So you clearly think that you are in a position that you are better than other people.
I do that. I'm saying the people that I used to have in my life personally, my friends, people that care about me, they have to meet a certain standard. I'm not talking about I don't engage with anybody unless they have a college degree and they went to school and they got a life. I'm not saying that. I'm saying the people that I choose to have in my life, I'm going to be logical about it, right? So I'm not going to have people around me who don't make good decisions. Why would I do that? Why would
that's fair. No. You don't.
Why would I engage with people who aren't going to stimulate my brain in some capacity? That doesn't mean that that person needs to have 4 college degrees like me or 3 college degrees like me, or that that person has to be in this particular occupation. What it means is that person needs to be able to use logic and reason and be empathetic and be kind and loyal. That's the type of people I want in my life. It doesn't matter to me that you work at the local Amazon or at the Popeyes. I don't care about that. Are you loyal? Are you nice? Are you kind? Or do you have integrity? Do you have dignity? Are you respectful? These are the qualifications for people to be a friend in my life. Because do you think everybody that I hang around or everybody that I know has 3 college degrees? No.
I'm just listening to
they bring value in other ways. So when I say on my level, I'm not specifically only talking about my job.
That's fair. I'm not going to pursue that, right, Chanel? But this is the thing. Let's imagine that you have $1 million and you are a doctor on a massive hospital, and I have creative, and she's a bartender, right? And you are like, it usually comes with a position, right? You are more guarded, you're a little bit more stuck up, you are more like executive and all that, and you have creative that every time she sees me, she actually.
Catch it. Go ahead.
I'm just saying, if she's showing that she actually appreciates me more, right? I rather hang around with the person that is actually try to compete with me to see who does more for each other. Hey, I took her on a concert and she can wait to say, hey, I might not have money that he has, but I'm going to take him to a nice restaurant. I'm going to cook something for him. I rather deal with people that might not be as intelligent, but always show they appreciate what I do and try to outcompete with me. We fight to get the bill. We fight. It's cool. Give me a jacket. No, you get a jacket. I rather deal with a person that ends the phone call with, let's both hang up. 1, 2, 3. You didn't hang up. I rather deal with that person than with the bougie woman or the bougie friend or the stuck-up man or the guy with the Ferrari that actually doesn't practice reciprocity. I used to do that shit on my 20s. Now that I'm a little bit older and wiser, reciprocity is the base of relationships. You are what you do, not what you think you are. I don't care about your money. I don't care about your degrees. Are you trying to outcompete me and show me love the same way I show you love? If your love is actions, we are good forever, no matter if you're rich, broke, dumb, poor, whatever. Once you don't do that shit, just because you think you are somebody, that relationship doesn't need to exist. Because
I don't think I'm somebody. I know I'm somebody.
You see? You see?
I know. And let me tell you why. Let me tell you why I know this to be true. Because like I said, my role is to go out and help people. I help people in crisis. So I'm going out to the world and helping people who are actively dying in their families and things like that. I would do this even if no one was paying me to do it, right? I've been working with people who are the least of us my whole entire career, right? So this idea that because I have all of these accolades, because I want to walk around lacing Chanel, because I want to drive this type of vehicle, because I want to
Your
live,
name is Chanel.
right? But because I want to do all of those things, you decided then I lack value in other areas. Oh, well,
I
then
didn't say that.
I'm just saying she must not be this. She must not be that. I'm only speaking to if I'm going to have a personal, long-term relationship with someone who's to me, then there are certain qualifications, and there's nothing wrong with that. Of course, I want to be around people that are funny and loving, and all of those things. All of those things matter, but I don't want to be around people who can't think past go.
And it's totally fine. And
I can't be safe around you. I can't think to myself, oh, well, if I leave Mr. Fatty in the car, then he might not be paying attention, or or I can't leave my baby in the car with him because his ass might get out the car and leave the baby in there. I can't.
No, that's fine. No, that's fair. You don't want to do
people who are cerebral. That doesn't mean that you have to have all of the things that I have. You have value in a different way. But if you can't think past go, I don't want you in my circle. Not in my intimate circle.
No, absolutely. But there's the thing. Just because you can have common sense. You can be extremely smart and have no common sense. Right? You can be extremely smart and not be aware. What I'm saying is this, Chanel. I'm not telling you to hang around with people that might put you in danger because of their decision making. That's a very fair assessment, right? But I will take not any day of the week. Let's go for Saturday because it's my day off. If I'm working every week and I'm doing YouTube and we're getting money and views and all these things and all that, the last thing I need on Saturday is a stuck-up know-it-all to talk to me about how is the economy going. Elon Musk is the first trillionaire. What do you think about it? I'd rather deal with the person that makes me laugh, that let me be comfortable around them, that actually looks at me not because of what I can do for them, but just because they like to hang around me, then deal with somebody that can be beneficial to me. So that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that is you. I rather say that I rather deal with Chanel with their hair down and probably on her pajamas walking around than where are we going? And what do you think about the European Union and the Ukrainian war with Russia? Like we talk about that.
You don't.
I have friends. I do that
all the time. Going down to earth, someone who can laugh and unwind with. I get what you're saying. I understand that.
Yes, and that person is more valuable than the smartest because I deal with smartest all the time, every day. Oh, what do you think about that?
More valuable, but they add value in a certain area.
Sure, right? But everybody has opinions.
So, for example, if I go to work, I need like-minded people at my job because we do a very serious job.
No, right? You don't.
Oh, I do a very serious job.
No, you don't need like-minded people. No. I'm not saying that you don't need like-minded people.
Like-minded people?
You need because you need people that are competent. Me, creative, and you might be completely different people. But if I go to sleep right now at 8:30 a.m. and creative is my editor and you are my secretary and we have nothing in common and I wake up at midday and the things are on the desk, the guests are invited, everything is good to go, I'd rather deal with competent people that have nothing to do with me than with people that are like-minded and think like Fatty, but they can literally do nothing at all. Competence over everything.
That's not what I mean by like-minded. What I mean by like-minded is the competency, right? People that know that we're here for a certain specific, I'm saying at work, people that know that we're here for a specific reason and we have jobs to execute. That's what I mean by like-minded. So I'm going to execute my job. The doctor, the physician's going to execute their job. The chaplain's going to execute their job.
Nothing to do with you.
This is what I mean by that. I'm not talking about three people going to bed.
Let me ask you something, Chanel. Let me ask you something, and creative too, right? Because creative, you just see as squabbling, right?
Sorry, creative.
Like for example,
talk to you. I apologize.
A creative, are you single?
Yes.
Are you married, Chanel?
Yes.
See, these two people that are on different paths of their life, and they seem to hang around pretty well. You have the slutty nurse, and you have the no, Chanel. Listen, hey, Chanel. You know what's funny?
Coming from?
No, Chanel. I know you have a doctor on the situation that you're on that is trying to get all the nurses. This is not female specific, right? But if that doctor is competent and every time he goes to that table, Chanel passes a good report and the nurse is ready to go and everybody knows their job and they might be in completely different phase of their life, as long as they're incompetent, I don't give a F if you are a slut. I don't give a F if you are a playboy. Do your job. And once we take these garments and all these things, we go about our business. I will talk with you during the work. I might learn some things during the work. But at the end of the day, are these people actually people that I would deal with after the job is done? And you know what happens a lot of time? I don't know if y'all notice. I miss more the janitor in my college, the lunch lady that was always nice to me and always saved me something. I miss those people more than I miss actually my peers and my teachers and the people that should be on my level and above. So if I can understand that a lot of times your level of intelligence doesn't mean that you are actually going to get along with people, I rather not have that. As long as you're not crazy and you're not clearly detrimental to whatever is going on, you can be as dumb as a rock. I got you. We are going to be the Pinky in the brain. I will carry you. Don't worry, Pinky. I got you.
People to be around you that are like you.
No, because I couldn't stand my no. You know why? Because no.
Any sort of, they don't need to have anything other than being nice necessarily or being funny, the life of the party type of people. As long as they're those people, then you cool with them.
No, I'm a kind of antisocial person. I couldn't stand myself if I was me. Because I might be hilarious. But, no, like being my friend comes with a lot of expectations and a lot of like it's difficult for you to be around me because I'll always remind you of the shit that you are not doing.
Pause. So you just sat here and argued with me for 40 minutes about I shouldn't have these standards and I should just let these type of people and I don't know, and you sitting here saying now that you would be a difficult friend to have because you would always be criticizing people. Is that not what you just said?
So I never recommend you to not do what you're doing. I was just using your words against you, kind of, because that's what you said.
You didn't.
No. But that's the thing. It's not my opinion. It's not my opinion. It's your words. But I'm saying this, right? Mm-hmm. I think in every structure there's roles. There's the MVP, the life of the party, the person that is number one, and then there's the role players, the guy that is the funny dude, and on the other side, the person that is responsible, and on the side, the crybaby that is the adorable person of the group. I believe that people should fit in those roles. If I meet a person like me, it's going to actually create conflict because once again, I believe in extreme reciprocity. If I'm there for you, you need to be there for me. I usually am the firefighter of my team. Every time somebody has a problem, they come to me. So I wouldn't like to deal with another person like that. But if I don't have a problem a lot, and once upon a time I have one, and y'all have friends like that, they always come to y'all, oh my God, this to me, oh my God. And then when it's time for you to get something from them, they are nowhere to be found. I am the person that is going to remind you.
Just so you know, you're not special. Everybody wants.
Oh no, I'm not special at all. No, I'm not.
What I mean by that is everybody, every single human being on planet Earth wants people. If they're treating others well, they want to get that back. Mm-hmm. That doesn't make you special.
No. So I'm not special because there was 100 billion people on this planet. I'm not special at all. But what I'm saying is, right? I am a balanced person. Usually, when people, if you actually look closer to your friends or to your family or all that, it's like the movie Sinners. There's givers and there's takers. There's the regular people and there's the vampires. And the vampires gravitate towards the regular people and the regular people gravitate towards the vampires. There's an unhealthy situation because if I'm sucking your blood every time I see you, you get nothing from me. I believe that as soon as I understand that I am a giver, I'm the one that listens to you, I'm the one that is always there with your problems and all that, I'm a difficult friend because I'm going to demand the shit back. Might not go there every day, I might not ask every day, but if I lend you $10, you better have one when I ask when I don't have nothing. I think that's very fair, and I don't think most people are like that. You can literally slot them into the people that take, and the first time you say no, the relationship is done. You know so many people like that. There's most people.
Any relationship with expectations, you're going to be disappointed.
Sure. And that's why I told I'm antisocial. Because I understand if my circle is bigger, I'm going to be disappointed more
That's
times.
not a justified reason, Fatty.
There's not a justified reason?
No, you need to go out there. Just have boundaries.
Sure. And then what happens when you start to say no to people because you have boundaries? Do they stay or do they go to a place where they get the yes?
That's how you know people's true colors. When you say no and they say I don't want to talk to you no more, then you already know that person wasn't for you.
And this is why I'm a difficult friend to have, because I have those boundaries.
Friend to have, I think that you're expecting other people to be you.
And I'm expecting
meaning
I'm expecting reciprocity.
Hold on, Tosh, just hear me out.
Sure.
You're expecting that if I do X, you should match that energy if I need X from you. That's what you're expecting. And that's what I'm saying. If you expect people to be the way you are and they're not, you're feeling like, well, I'm difficult because I keep getting people in my life that don't do for me what I've done to them. And so that's why you're saying I'm a difficult friend. No, you're not a difficult friend. If in fact you're actually a good friend and you're actually giving and altruistic and all of those things and loyal to people and you're respectful and you give people from your real heart, and then those people don't give it back to you, you're not the problem, they are.
No, I'm not saying no. I'm not
gonna say this, Fatty. If you do with somebody, just be upfront. Be like, I'm giving you this, or I'm saying yes, but I just want us to have a truce between one another. That if I'm doing for you, I would like for you to do for me.
But that's not how it goes. So creative. What y'all said.
Say that. You gotta say
No. What y'all said is real life, right? That's how it should be. What happens is this, right? Creative, allow me to the show. She didn't cuss me out, even though I made some jokes about her, and she treated me extremely well, right? And creative, because she's a kind person, it seems like she's a kind person, she's going to do that at times. And the day that creative does something that I don't like, instead of me having the notion of credit, because this person be nice to me for 10 times, she's going to do the what have you done for me lately? And now we are either frenemies, not talking. There's some like attrition going on because I forgot of the 9 times she treated me well. This is most relationships. Once you actually go to the person.
Wait, hold on.
Go ahead.
That's the problem. I'm doing this because this is the way I am. I'm not doing this expecting something from you.
Absolutely, but there's the thing, right? We are not school shooters. You don't get inside of a school and you don't spray it. You look for people that are mean to you. You guard yourself from those people. People that are nice to you, you are kind of nice to them. Is the notion of reciprocity. The problem a lot of times with people that are actually kind is that they attract the vampires I'm talking about. And those vampires don't care about fairness. They don't care about what Chanel said, the explanation. They don't care about what you said with the upfront. Actually will feel resentful towards you because for whatever reason, they believe that if you don't say yes all the time or you say no 2 times, now all of a sudden, either you don't like them or you are jealous or you're something against them.
Those
and you know what they do?
That you're describing are narcissists.
No, that's fair. But Chanel, you know what they do? They never go to you to fix it. They will pout. They will disappear. They will disappear silently, and then they will search for somebody that actually says yes all the time because they don't deal with people that say them no. So
because they are narcissists. Narcissists, this is how they act. They want to control everything you do.
Yes.
As long as you're doing everything for them, they are 100%. And then they will then, even if you don't do it to their exact whatever it is that they want, they're going to criticize it and make you feel like they'll gaslight you, make you feel like
it's gaslighting. Absolutely. Right? But that's the thing.
This is the thing. You have to be able to recognize those narcissistic traits and move on and not be a victim of a narcissist. But
I agree.
Exactly what they will do.
No, I agree. But that's the thing. That narcissist is never the culprit. It never the self-reflection. It never says, you know what? What was the worst? What was the worst? I'm so mad at this person. What was the worst person? What was the worst thing this person did to me? They never do it. So me having a conversation with these people is irrelevant. I will have a small circle of people that I can trust but verify. I will give them 20% of my heart. I will be kind to them, and I expect them to be kind to me. And when I see, and when they show their face, I will believe them the first time.
You gotta stop the expectation. Are you the kind person? Wait, Fatty, are you the kind person?
I will say I'm way more of a giver than I'm a taker. Absolutely, I'll give you that. If I'm a kind person, I'm a little bit mean. You see, I'm like a goofball. I like to make fun of things and all that. And I
Why are
hurt
you
people
mean?
feelings. I hurt people feelings all the time when people kind of think that I'm like being a mean, but I'm a stern person. I'm a rigid person. When it's game time, we need to go ahead and you put a serious face on. So I won't call myself kind, but I will call myself, I'm more of a giver than a taker, absolutely. And that shit gets tiresome after 36 years
Wait,
on this planet.
but Fatty, you have to give because you want to give. You don't give because you're trying to get it back.
No, that's not what I said.
Wait. You allow the universe, God, whoever you believe in, to give that back to you.
I don't believe in karma.
You don't believe
There's a
in
lot of great people that literally
then
got the
don't
worst.
give. Then why
Mm-mm.
you giving for then? Then why you
Be-
giving?
because you shouldn't, things that I learned with my age, you don't throw pearls at swines. There's people that actually need it and deserve the coin that you have in your pocket, the attention, the YouTube promotion, the push. Some people are very kind to you. You have pearls in your pocket. You don't throw the pearls to people that don't deserve it just because it's you. You know what I actually call that? Creative.
No, you're right.
You
You're right in that tense. You're
yeah,
right in that tense.
is you being a dumbass because you're being nice to people that don't deserve it. Right?
You're right. You're right in that tense. But I'm talking about you as a person. If you just
Sure.
want to give, you should just do it because you want to.
No, because that's how you get got. Did you saw the movie Sinners? Did you see the movie Sinners?
I saw some of it, but I understand what you're saying.
What happens when a vampire knocks at your door? You let him in or you close the door?
I'm keeping the door closed.
Did you saw Walking Dead?
Yes.
What happened when they were goody two shoes and he was trying to save the kids? Oh my God, they're starving! Open the door! What would happen to the good guys, to Rick, and all those people that instead of doing the Negan approach, y'all are guilty until proven innocent? He always was nice to people and opened the door. What happened to them? They suffer. It's a
Let me
weakness.
ask you a question, Mr. Fatty. Why are you
Damn,
conforming
you
and
calling me
changing?
Mr. Fatty? Hey, call me Dr. Fatty, please. I'm
No.
like Dr. Brian.
No. Why are
I'm
you
about to say,
changing?
who's the baby?
Why are you changing who you are for others?
Because that's what smart people do. Smart people code switch. Smart people lower their guard, or the people they love, they open their guard, like they put their guard up for people that dangerous. They should you should be water. If you are in Alaska, you need to freeze. If you are in Brazil, you need to become liquid. If you are in the Sahara Desert, you need to pour on that shit so it can rain. A person that is static on their form and they always water, they're going to actually pay, because once you figure me out and I can read and react, this is when I become food. I need to actually adjust to the people around me, because if you have a man, let's imagine that you choose a man and he's very respectful and kind and honest, and you throw him to the wolves, that man is to turn to a warrior. Because if he doesn't turn to a warrior, he's putting you in danger. If he's kind and honest and reliable next to sharks, he's going to be beaten, and now you and your family and your kids are in danger because he didn't transform into the warrior that you should be. You should adapt to what you have.
So
I understand what Fatty is saying.
I'm not ever going to change. I'm an individual, not a copy, right? So I'm not going to change fundamentally who I am so that I can fit in, so that someone else will like me, so I can be acceptable or accepted by other people. I'm just not doing it.
Sure, but your motives are wrong.
That's what you do when you want to be accepted by the world and you're hoping for some sort of validation from these people. I'm saying fundamentally who you are. I'm not saying that hold on one second. I'm not saying that how I respond to my husband, that the man at the job is going to get that same type of response. I'm not saying that. I'm saying fundamentally, right? So if someone is treating me poorly, I'm not going to change who Chanel is, which is a good, decent human being, and treat them poorly because of who they are. Sure. I'm going to stand 10 toes down in who Chanel is. I'm not going to be moved because you're evil. I'm going to still be kind, and we all fall. I'm not saying that I'm perfect, right? That at all times Chanel is straight up and down. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying I'm not going to change fundamentally who I am. because this person is an asshole, I'm not gonna then be an asshole. Because this person is a bitch, I'm not gonna then be a bitch. Because this person is ignorant, I'm not gonna then be I'm not doing that. So that's what I'm saying. I understand what you're saying. You have to adapt, but I'm not talking about adaptation. I'm talking about who you actually are.
So
if you're
you are.
Hold on, let me finish and then you can talk. If you're saying that you're a good person, you treat people with reciprocity, right? You do good by them, you treat them right, you're honest, on and on and on, whatever it is your code is. You're saying that that's who I am, but then I keep getting these people who are not dishonest, who are not showing reciprocity, who aren't kind, who, you know, throw me to the wolves when I say no. So then I'm going to change and be like those people. That to me is not a good thing.
Sure, but we both.
How would you change who you are for them?
Yes. So the thing is what you described. We both got to the same conclusion, but our paths were different, right? You are talking about performative change. You are talking about a chameleon, right? That goes to a room, I'm green, and goes to a room, I'm yellow. I'm talking about how you move. For example, Creative seems like she's a kind person. If Creative is going on a gas station at 9 p.m., right? And I know there's men on that gas station that are trying to all at her, are trying to, hey, baby, hey, where's it? I need her to be a little meaner than she is, because if she's not, she's going to be in danger. You can't be smiling to them. You can't be giving cues that you're actually a nice person, because predators take advantage of you. Same thing with a boss that is, you know what, and there's the casting couch for promotions and all these things. You need to be guarded toward people that actually might put you in danger. So respectfully, if you are a gazelle, have fun when gazelles are around. When the lions come out, motherfucking run. You know, I don't care if you have to change. I don't care if you think it's your integrity. You have to protect yourself, because this world is full of shit and shit people.
I gotta say something to Fatty. So Fatty, if somebody show you that they're a shark and they moving like a shark, you have the choice to deal with that shark or not. At a certain point, you got to take responsibility.
Sure. When people show you they are, believe him the first time. Move accordingly. I'm not saying for you to spark the kick him. I just say believe who they are. Take a mental note and move accordingly. If you think this person is going to Bill Cosby you, don't go out after dinner just because you are friendly. After work because you're friendly. Go home. That's all.
I think the way y'all framing this conversation is from a place of trauma, because I'm a salesman. Y'all basically just talking about bartering.
Who is y'all? When you say y'all,
I mean, every last one of y'all talking about transactional relationships.
No, we're not. That's not what we're talking about.
That's exactly what y'all talking about.
We're talking about meeting strangers and being the person who you are. Like if you're a kind person or you're a mean person, just be who you are. That's all we're saying.
Yeah, but people is like business. Business is business. Like you don't take business personal. So
you're not talking about business personally. What are you talking about? Maybe you're having a different conversation. I'm not talking about business.
No, because in a relationship, there is business as well. That's the thing. That's what I'm trying to explain to y'all.
About
what
relationship are you talking about?
The relationship where you want it to last, and you want it to, and you want to everybody to understand their positions, their roles in the relationship.
Educate me on relationships. Go ahead, educate me on relationships.
All right. Well, I mean, if I was to be in a relationship with you, I understand that you do like some psychology stuff or something like that. You just seem like a aware of business type of person. So I know you don't. You don't do the stuff that I do, which is the where I can have leverage to to add on to your life. I can complement your situation. So I got stuff that you don't got, and I can use that, and that's just what it is. You feel me?
I'm confused.
And you leverage it against, like, what do you mean? Give me an example.
I mean, it's just value.
You have value
basically.
that I don't, that you can give me.
Yes.
Such as
Why? Hold on. Why? What do you
I
need?
want an answer, such as what? What value do you have that I don't have that you can give?
Experience,
Experience in what?
experience,
In what?
construction,
Experience in what?
vending, different work, different expertise I have, and just experience in different work fields in different circles of people that I know that you don't got access to.
So okay, so we'll take vending. I guess you're talking about vending machines. Is that what you mean, or vendors? Which one are you talking
No,
about?
vending. That means I went state to state selling T-shirts or sports apparel.
I
So
used to sell
basically, so basically, you could drop me off in the city.
apparel.
I speak to somebody like a person at a gas station.
Mm-hmm.
I get them to allow me
So
to
a
set up on
salesperson.
their prop. Huh?
So it's a person that knows how to sell things. I have my own business. I've been
Yeah,
selling things
yeah.
since I was 20 years
I
old.
used to post. I used to
So
post
what else?
out. I used to post up out in front of Subway, McDonald's,
Okay,
different places.
so I
I just
have
convinced.
my own business. So I understand what it's like to be a business owner. I understand what it's like to sell to people. I understand what it's like to have to be the marketing person. I understand what it's like to have to lay people off. I know understand what it's like to be someone's boss. I know all of those things. So what are you teaching me again?
Well, you don't know the details of being on the construction site. You don't
I'm
know the
not
ins
selling
and outs
construction. Why would I need to know those details?
because you. I mean, people need stuff built. If whatever I don't know what you're trying to get done in life, but it's a lot of things that
Who
need to
knows what
get
I need
built
to
out
get
here.
done in life? I have a very full life. I wake up every morning. I go help people who are actively dying in their families, right? I'm a therapist, so I help people who are struggling with whatever it is they're struggling with. I have a loving, supportive, smart ass, sexy ass husband that's respectful and God fearing. I have a kick ass career. I'm happy in my life. I can buy what I want when I want for the most part. I live in a wonderful, nice neighborhood in a nice house. So help me understand how you helping Chanel.
I mean, your house can be upgraded. I could help.
I got my house
I can
upgraded.
introduce.
Year and a
I
half
can
ago.
introduce you.
I have
I
a
can
question.
introduce you.
I
I
have
can
a
intro. I can
You
introduce you to
understand why we're in
women.
this
I can.
conversation.
no.
Go
I
ahead.
got a
I can
question.
introduce. I can introduce you to women. Hold on. I
Royce.
can introduce you to women who are who are also doing the same thing that you're doing. And
I
you
know
and
women
I
who are doing what I'm
But
doing.
wait, Royce.
but the ones that's around you probably
I'm
ain't as
so
dope as the ones
confused.
that I'm talking about.
But
Yeah.
Royce, did Chanel tell you that she needed something from you? That you
She
wanted
Yes,
didn't
to
have
it
to.
do
is.
She didn't have to. I just knew. I already
You
knew.
know
She
I
didn't
know.
have to tell me.
I can't. Okay.
You might be projecting a little bit, sir.
What I'm projecting, I'm just
Because I'm saying to
observing.
you, I
I'm
never
just
said
I
I needed anything from you. I asked you a question and then you fixated on what you could do for me. You came
because
up
I'm a
here,
salesman.
came up here with an
That's
assumption
how
about
I
our
think.
conversation and tried to derail us and talk to us about whatever it was you imagined in your mind that we wasn't even talking about.
No, no,
And we went on an argument
you
for
just
45
you
minutes
just
about something completely different. And he was saying his points of view. I'm saying my points of view. That's all this was. It wasn't anything deeper than that.
Yeah. It's
yeah.
Fatty still here?
You
Fatty.
you denied what I offered, but that doesn't take away of the value of what I brought to the
What
table.
did you offer
You
me?
you didn't offer me anything in return, but I
What did
offered
you
you
offer
something.
me? You said you have some value and some experience and you could do something on a construction site.
Yeah.
I'm
No,
confused.
no, it's not. You wasn't paying attention. See, you wasn't listening.
Oh, okay.
I said more than that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this. What value do you bring to this conversation? Go.
I was just adding the fact that because Fatty already told y'all that the truth. Like he told y'all that that you don't throw your pearls to swine. So so that I was just
So my
explaining to
pearls
you.
wherever the hell I want to. They're mine.
Okay, you
Be
can,
very
and
clear.
I can do the
Guess
same
what?
thing.
If I decide
I
to
just
throw
now
my
did it.
pearls to swine, I can go buy
I
some
don't
more
know.
pearls. So what your argument that you're trying to make for Fatty is not landing.
No, because
Land on
you
your own
you
share.
behaved as swine.
Tell me
You
anything
be,
about anything. So you clearly are out of your depth. Be very
you
clear.
be,
You're
no,
talking
you
to
behaved as swine. You didn't pay attention to what I offered you.
on the wrong side of the wrong end of the pool.
I casted
You're
pearls.
on the wrong channel with the wrong
you
one.
just.
You're not gonna be able to do it. So I'm gonna just
I
say,
mean, we just gotta talk.
Hold on. I don't think
We
Fatty
two
was.
human beings. We two human beings. I came in extra. I came in extra. I guess I should have been more humble. But
No, you
I'm
can
just.
be who you are. You just have to understand who you actually engaging with. That's all.
You
For
started
sure.
off wrong, Royce. Royce, you started off wrong. You started off saying I got value, and you're trying to prove your value. That's where you messed
I
up.
didn't. No. I said it was valuable after she said it wasn't valuable, or she asked me what did I offer after I already had told her what I offered. So she didn't pay attention
But
and,
I
and,
don't need
and
anything
understand
from
what I
you.
was bringing to the table.
So help me understand this, Mr. Royce. If someone doesn't need something from you and they haven't asked you for said something that you have, why are you offering it?
That's just the type of person I'm an activist. Like I'm just a giver.
You're an activist? Okay.
Yeah.
So give us some information and some of the things that you've been an advocate for. What areas have you advocated for people?
The main one that I like to bring up in this space because of the nature of the conversations in this space.
No, I'm saying tell me things that you've advocated for or groups of people you've advocated for.
That's what I'm about to say. I've used my skills as a construction worker to build a house. I volunteered. It was I didn't get paid for it or nothing.
That's a volunteer. That's not an advocate. Tell me what you've done that's an advocate. That advocate.
I mean, I advocate for the safety of women. I create safe havens for women. I create safe environments for the people. I'm even a superintendent.
Safe environments for women?
Yeah.
What year did you create these safe environments for women?
Every day of my life.
So where were you providing the safety?
I mean, even right now, if people come around this area where I'm at right now, I'll go outside to go see what's going on, or one of my people will go outside to see what's going on. It's women who stay in these apartments.
Okay, so let me ask you this. If I'm a woman who needs you to advocate for me and you have some sort of safe haven for me to come to, how would I know that?
Because you would seek it out.
How would I seek you out? Do you have an organization? Do you have a company? Do you have a website? Do you have somewhere where I can say, okay, I can identify that if I want to and I need services, I can go to Mr. Royce Dog, the Soul Snatchers website, and he has some information, some guidance, some research, some links to other resources. Where can I find this information for the safe haven, whatever it is that you're providing?
I got a good friend who I watched him grow up since he was like a kid, and he's now an engineer, and he's doing big things in real estate. So you would have to speak to him.
What does that have to do with your advocacy?
Huh?
What advocacy are you talking about?
Hey, ladies, let me just say this.
No, I'm saying
because I have to go, Royce. Royce, I have to go.
Yeah.
Ladies, thank you very much for having me. I appreciate that. No pressure, okay? The door is open. Maybe on the winter, y'all be ready to go. Creative. I was just talking shit, okay? So I apologize once again. I appreciate it, but I have to go for a walk because I have nothing to offer to this conversation. I'm broke, and so Royce, you got it, okay? Royce, just tell them that you're funny and you make them laugh. I appreciate y'all. Have a good weekend.
Fatty, have a good one.
Dr. Fatty, please. Thank you.
Yo, release that footage of me cooking you, bro. What the hell? Why you take that down?
You cooked him?
Yeah.
So are you going to tell us about your advocacy work, or is that a falsehood?
I mean, I did. We housed
Who is
pregnant
we?
women.
Who is we?
A woman who I was working with.
No, I'm saying you
She
said
had a,
we house.
she
Who
had
is
an
we?
organization.
What's the name of the organization?
I forgot. I know the
You
woman.
forgot about an organization that you have that advocates that
I
you
know
work
I know a lot of people who got
for women
organizations. That's the
to
thing. That's the
provide
thing. I know a lot of people
you forgot the
who are
name.
doing. I know a lot of people who are activists. That's what I'm saying.
Are you okay?
And that's what I'm saying. I could introduce you to women that you would get along with and would complement your situation.
Yeah, I know a lot of women that I get along with already.
I'm just offering. You don't have to. I'm not controlling you. I'm not forcing you. I'm not putting a gun in your head to make you do it.
I wouldn't be doing it.
I'm just making you aware of what I have to offer.
Okay. All right. Well, we're gonna go ahead and close out the stream. I don't know where Creative went to, but we're gonna go ahead and close out the stream. I do thank you for stopping by though, and giving us your input. Thanks.
Yeah, I felt like Fatty wasn't doing it right. I just wanted to exemplify what he was describing. I wanted to exemplify it.
Well, I can just tell you, you did not succeed in that goal. You did not.
Well, you have no
keep working.
You have no reason to want it to go properly. So you want it to fail. So of course. The thing about it is the way that you kept telling Fatty. You kept telling if somebody doesn't appreciate what you give to them, you still keep being yourself. That's what I'm saying. I'm still me, regardless of how you feel about it, whether you appreciate it or not. You feel me?
Yeah, keep being you. I support that. Keep being, keep moving forward. Keep being a good person. If that's indeed who you are. I don't know you from a can of paint, so I don't know. But keep being you. That's it.
Yeah, that's all I was saying. Nothing too crazy.
Why is your name the Soul Snatcher? You want to explain that?
Creative is a mess.
Because I just trigger people, like the way that I come in, it just snatch people's soul out their body.
Was your soul snatched, Chanel?
No, absolutely not.
My soul is still intact. I still got my soul.
People tell you that you snatched their soul?
Huh?
How did you identify that you snatched people's souls? How did you identify that?
Because they just start having a knee-jerk reaction. Like when I just come out and I just start talking to them about normal stuff, then they start getting like overly. A
knee-jerk reaction is the opposite of soul snatching. A knee-jerk reaction is an automatic response to something.
Yeah, and it could be
an automatic.
It could be repulsive or it could be attractive. Like it's like a magnet. Like magnets repel or they attract.
Okay, I'm gonna leave it there. So thank you for coming by. Have a good rest of your. I guess is it morning time now? It should be morning. Yeah, it's 3:00.
Yeah, I'm about to go to sleep.
Well, have a good night.
For sure. You too.
Bye. That was interesting.
Yeah.
Well, Creative, this was an interesting show. I didn't sincerely think it would last this long. But your other friend, I'm glad he came up to, tell you that, that wasn't the nicest thing in the world for him to say, you know what I mean? And why he was saying it or whatever the case may be.
Facts.
So I appreciate that much. I don't know him from a can of paint. I don't know either one of these people. But I think it was overall good show. It was interesting.
Interesting show, you know. Shout out to the people who's watching, the 65 people in the building.
Yes, go ahead.
You took too long. So I don't know, whatever. But shout out to everybody. Shout out to the shout outs. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. And yeah.
How do the people do it with their fingers?
Let's hope that the Karmelo Anthony case gets a retrial, you know.
Who is this? Oh no, I don't have time to deal with Simon. Simon, what?
You know what's up? Hello, Mr. Simon.
Simon, we said we closing out. Here you come. What's up?
Hello, Simon.
He has no idea. All right. Well, I'm about to head on over to my other peeps channel. Creative, you want to come over there with me for a little bit?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go hang out over there for a little bit.
We going to Witch Doctor, Simon.
Simon, come on over to Witch Doctor's panel with us, okay?
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for stopping by, everybody. Thanks for all of the people in the chat that were not the trolls, because I wanted to have an intelligent chat in the conversation in the chat, but here we are.
But you did have a back and forth with Fatty, so.
Oh yeah, that was interesting, and never spoken to him in my life, so hope to never speak to him again. No, I'm playing. Anyway, shouts out to Creative, you guys. Make sure y'all like up this video. Y'all subscribe if you haven't subscribed. If this is your first time here, welcome. And please like and subscribe. If you're returning here, please, like up the stream. And if you are part of the replay crew, thank you again for stopping by. I'm Chanel, and this has been Chanel's Reality. And then you've also tuned into Creative Solutions.
I'm Creative, and thank you guys for tuning into Creative Solutions.
Always fabulous. I can't wait to do it next time. All right, so I'll talk to you later about when the next time we're gonna do it.
All right, okay.
All right, bye guys.
Love you.